shirts and shorts or sweatshirts out here. But, folks, it's a beautiful night. And if you're in the neighborhood, if you can hear us, stop by. Plenty of great seats available here at Muscatine Community Stadium. As you mentioned, the Muskies coming back with some of these guys. Tim Nimley, 5'9", 185. And talking to the coaching staff, just a junior. And they've had some great running backs throughout the history here in Muscatine, but none finer than what you're going to see in Tim Nimley. And if you haven't been out to watch him a year ago, come out this year. You got to see this kid run. He is like a truck. I mean, he's not that tall, but he's got huge legs, and he hits the hole hard, and it takes several bodies to get him to the turf.
Yeah, and we'll see that tonight as we broadcast live stream on discovermuscatine.com. We'll see this offensive line, this defensive line, and these guys open up some opportunities for their running backs and Nimley and linebackers as they try to stop the central offensive attack, which they've got a dynamic receiver of their own. So it'll be a challenge for the Muskies.
Yeah, also Muscatine, Eli Gay, I want to mention, had a huge year a year ago. And Joel talked about these guys, second and third team All-State as sophomores. Yeah. Cover your heads, folks. There's a flock of geese coming over. And I told Joel, that reminds me, your favorite band from the 80s is Flock of Seagulls.
Absolutely. I had the haircut and everything as an infant.
I couldn't resist that. But I want to say, Eli Gay, tremendous year, and they've got some guys coming back. Zach Hardy, captain this year, started every game as a junior. He's a senior wideout. Tegan Schmelzer on the defensive side as a senior, is really going to be a safety they count on this year. And you mentioned the quarterback. We see Sammy Wieskamp coming into it. He's going to get an opportunity to start tonight, and they had a great quarterback competition throughout camp. Xander Morgan will get some reps at QB, but Xander's such a terrific athlete. He's going to start at safety also tonight. So the Muskies in good shape there. Sam's more of a pocket passer, as you all know, Joel. Xander gives you kind of a big run threat at the quarterback position. So the Muskies are really in pretty good shape there with two guys that can take snaps there.
Well, and you can't sleep on Sam's wheels, too. We saw that last year. He came into a game and had a 36-yard touchdown run. So, I mean, obviously, if you've scouted Muscatine, you'll know that Sam's got a bigger arm talent. And that's what he's known for. But he's improved, though, so much as an athlete. He's just matured. And that's the fun thing is you see a lot of these kids as freshmen, sophomores. You can't always write the book on them because you never know how their growth spurt's going to go. And Sam has just continued to grow into his body. And I'm excited to see how this all comes together tonight because there's when you look at Muscatine's team, this is some of the most deep skill positions that they've ever had. Mentor Cooper, another dynamic back who can come in and play. And then on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a defensive back in Prince Wee, who no one really talked about last year, and that's honestly because teams just avoided him. He is a shutdown corner on one side of the field, and they may even mix him in and play some safety tonight, too.
No doubt about it. The Muskies have got Tia Takapor. They've also got, Takapor Tia, I said that in jest. Outstanding player for the Muskies. And you've got Toggin Deason at nose tackle, who I think legitimately got the body type. I think he can play high-level football when he's done in high school. And he's only a junior, folks.
Yeah,
Get out and watch this kid.
6 feet, 315-pound defensive tackle who isn't just a space eater.
He's an athlete.
He's got some ability, and his technique just continues to improve.
On the flip side, Muscatine last year had a hard time stopping a tremendous wideout, Israel Taylor, number 8, 6'4", 220, big-time receiver for Central, and their hands are going to be full. Mike Moran takes over at quarterback this year for Central. He was a safety a year ago, and now he's taken over the snaps. And Central, always has explosive running backs. We're not sure who's going to get the bulk of the carries yet this year, but they're always explosive on offense. So the Muskie defense is going to have their hands full, and we'll see how they contain them tonight.
Yeah, it's you just never know. This first game of the season is always interesting because you never know. I mean, they could have had a major philosophical change. And a team, I remember when I was coaching at Wilton, we were playing Mediapolis, and we, had the film on them from previous years. We go down expecting a power formation, power over, trap, guard, midline option. We didn't know they had this freshman kid named Jesse Ertz playing quarterback who ends up going to Kansas State by the time he's
pretty good player.
Yeah, I mean, So they come out in 4 wides and they're throwing the ball all over the field. So you just never know exactly what a game plan and how a philosophy might shift over time. So it'll be, these first games are always kind of, they're almost like trying a new recipe for the first time. You think it's going to come out how you design it, but it could be the cookies may spread in the oven and you don't realize it. So,
folks, I'm ready. Joel's ready. Joel's always ready. It's Friday night football, Friday Night Lights, Muscatine Community Stadium, Davenport Central, and your hometown Muscatine Muskies. We're going to step away for a couple of minutes here and let some of our fine advertisers jump in. You're listening to Muskie Football and watching it live on Discover Muscatine.
If you're passionate about working in healthcare, we're passionate about helping you make it happen. Health professionals are in demand, offering great pay and rewarding work. We're proud to prepare your path ahead. We are Eastern.
Hello, my name is Brad Kistner, owner of Avenue Subs. Avenue Subs has been a local favorite in Muscatine for years, and we're dedicated to bringing you big sandwiches and big smiles. We're community-driven and proud to call Muscatine our home. On behalf of all the employees at Avenue Subs, go Muskies!
If you're passionate about working in healthcare, we're passionate about helping you make it happen. Health professionals are in demand, offering great pay and rewarding work. We're proud to prepare your path ahead. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
The mission of our company is to serve our clients with the most efficient and courteous service available.
People in our community, when they ask, who are we going to get for pest control, please call Bosch.
Remember, insects or pests, call the best, Bosch Pest Control.
Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is where Muskie fans go before the game. Our Southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
The mission of our company is to serve our clients with the most efficient and courteous service available.
People in our community, when they ask, who are we going to get for pest control, please call Bosch.
Remember, insects or pests, call the best, Bosch Pest Control.
Yeah, we're still good.
We are back at Muscatine Community Stadium at a great rendition of our national anthem from the mighty Muskie Marching Band. And Joel, we've talked a lot about this one tonight. Let's talk about some of the other area matchups tonight. And of course, you got a great one kicking off tonight at Spartan Stadium. It's Bettendorf at Pleasant Valley.
Is it going to be that great of one? I think that's a pretty one-sided ball game.
It's a one-sided ball game, and it probably will tonight, but let's face it, that's two programs that aren't really fond of each other. And here's one that's interesting to me. North Scott, of course, has dropped down a class. They're hosting Iowa City West tonight. I really want to see the outcome of this just because I think North Scott's pretty excited about who they have this year. And traditionally under Coach Tippett, they have a very good program and a good team. So be interesting to see what Marcus Morgan and Iowa City West does there. Davenport West hosts UT. Davenport Central, of course, here. Davenport North goes on the road to Dubuque Hempstead. I think North knocked them off a year ago at the end by a field goal. So we'll see how that one turns out.
You're our resident Dubuque expert.
Well, Hempstead, I got to cheer for the alma mater.
So I think one of the games that we need to talk about in our area, though, that is a sleeper is West Branch and West Liberty play tonight. West Branch is ranked number 4 in Class 1A, and West Liberty is ranked 7th in Class 2A. The last 20 years those schools have played, West Branch is 17-3. But West Liberty has really kind of positioned themselves to be it's probably as good of a chance as they've ever had to win that game. West Branch has an offensive lineman, defensive lineman who is getting some interest from Iowa, Iowa State, and Northern Iowa. They always seem to have one or two players in Butch Peterson's legendary time there with the Bears. But that's a game I think the Muscatine County residents want to kind of keep your eye on. That would be a good one as you're watching our game here on Discover Muscatine. maybe keep the social media open and checking out what that West Branch West Liberty game is.
And a big one just up the road, Durant at Wilton.
Yep.
And Wilton, really high on their program again this year, as you know well, Joel.
Yeah, Coach Hetzler is poised for a really good year. We were talking a little bit about rivalries earlier on, and as the Muskies come onto the field.
And here come the Muskies. They're fired up and ready to go. They've been waiting a long time to kick off this season.
That's a good rivalry game, though, Wilton and Durant. I'm glad to have been a part of it for 5 years. That is coming out of that tunnel with the band playing. It's been 20 years since I've done it, but I still get, actually 20 years to the day, and it's really a great feeling.
Folks, we're going to step away for 2 more minutes and let some of our fine advertisers jump in. And when we come back, we're going to have kickoff, Muskie Football versus Davenport Central.
All right, guys, we got some great news. There's a rumor out there there's a huge sales call coming in today.
Good thing Jimmy's not here to steal my thunder again.
A big sale? I wonder who it is. Did I pack a tuna sandwich this morning?
Why wasn't I in the last commercial?
All right, everyone on the same page?
You guys are not going to believe this. Oh, I got it. Oh. Hello, this is Jim. Can I help you?
Yep. Thank you for the business.
If you're passionate about working in healthcare, we're passionate about helping you make it happen. Health professionals are in demand, offering great pay and rewarding work. We're proud to prepare your path ahead. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
Hello, my name is Brad Kistner, owner of Avenue Subs. Avenue Subs has been a local favorite in Muscatine for years, and we're dedicated to bringing you big sandwiches and big smiles. We're community driven and proud to call Muscatine our home. On behalf of all the employees at Avenue Subs, go Muskies!
The mission of our company is to serve our clients with the most efficient and courteous service available.
People in our community, when they ask, who are we going to get for pest control, please call Bosch.
Remember, insects or pests, call the best, Bosch Pest Control.
Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is where Muskie fans go before the game. Our Southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
Tonight's game. And tonight's kickoff is sponsored by Channel Seed. Want to thank Hy-Vee, Market Grill and Express for our pregame show. Nate Hummel will kick off. The Muskies have Prince Wee and Eli Gay standing on their 5, and it's a short kick. And this one bounces, and it looks like it's covered up at about the 22-yard line, and that was a heads-up play to get on it because it looked like Hardy and Wee were there to jump on it. The Muskies will here at Muscatine Community Stadium.
Yeah, that was actually crisis averted there. That ball was live. It didn't go out of bounds. So
beautiful night for football. The Muskies going with the purple pants this year. Nimley and Gay in the backfield along with Sam Wieskamp. Hardy split wide left for the Muskies. And Jake Draves to the right, and we got a flag before the first snap of the year.
It's interesting if this is maybe lined up in the neutral zone, or
could be. The Muskies make it a free 5, and they do to start. Not a good start for the Blue Devils. It'll be 1st and 5 Muskies on their own 28-yard line. Nice crowd here at the stadium. Joe, really nice crowd.
Yeah, such a beautiful night. You can't blame them for being here.
Muskies come out 1st and 5 on their own 28. Gay in motion, and they give to Nimley over the right side. Tim cuts it to the outside and brought down from behind on a good open field tackle.
Yeah, that's a good first down play. Only a yard there, though, after that penalty. So
Tim Johnson with the stop for the Blue Devils. Gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Muskies. Brady McDaniel now split wide left with Hardy and Draves. There's Wieskamp back to pass, sets, fires. He's got Nimley through his hands and incomplete at the 37. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, really good play design there, getting Nimley some out in space out in the backfield. Just a tight window to get the ball into.
Sam showed some zip on that throw. Trips right for the Muskies. It's Draves, Gay, and Nimley. McDaniel offset to the left.
Hardy's got isolation coverage on the far side of the field here.
And there's Gay in motion, and he gets a shuffle pass. He goes around the left side. Nice play strung out by Central number 4, Sam Strang.
Really nice play by Strang there. Showed a lot of speed sideline to sideline.
That'll go as a completed pass for a 1-yard loss. It'll be 4th and 4. Brady McDaniel into punt. And Mike Moran, the quarterback, back to receive, standing on his own 35.
That's one of the things you got to love about high school football is you got the quarterback returning punts.
So the Muskies get 5 yards on a penalty, on a pre-snap penalty, and fail to get a first down. There's a snap. McDaniel steps into it, and there's an end-over-end kick, and it bounces and picking up by Moran at the 34. Nice. The Muskies get him to the ground right away. Good swarming tackle by the Muskies, led by number 32, Diego Rangel.
Yeah, really good coverage there for the Muskies. I think the last quarterback I saw returning punts was the Los Angeles Ram, Jake Gervais, did it for Assumption.
Central comes out. 1st and 10 on their own 36, opening drive. 10:30 to play first quarter. Taylor wide right, and Jones wide left. First down, Moran. He gives straight up the gut. There's a big hole, 40-45 midfield, and into Muskie territory at the 48, and that's Strang. Strang made a heck of a defensive play there.
He's got some ability going 2 ways.
Central lists him as a tight end, but he's a big tailback back there right now.
When you see how he ran,
they give to Strang again, straight up the gut. Over the 45-40. Muskie swarmed to get him to the turf inside the 40 at the 37. Another first down run. Back-to-back big runs by Strang. And Central in business on the Muskie 37.
Right now just running right between the tackles.
Jones right, Taylor left. Big number 92 is playing tight end. A good blocker there. It's DeJean Greer. This one Strang again, big hole 30 and down to the 26, a gain of 11. First down.
Yeah, so this formation here with 92 in there, he's basically just another guard, and they're just blocking everybody down, double teaming TD at the nose tackle, and they're just running over. It's just, this is old school hat on a hat power football.
38 yards on 3 runs, and it's 1st and 10.
But that extra tight end is your pulling guard.
And this time they give it over the right side. And this is number 6, and he's down inside the 20, and that's Jaden Leach with a big hole. So Leach gains 8 or 9, and early on they're gashing the Muskies defense. Joel, what's going on here?
It's really the nice job from the front 5 and the actually front 6 or 7 for Central. They're just getting off the ball. They're tight splits, so they're just moving as one unit as just a wall of block right now.
Leach and Moran in the backfield, 2nd and 1. Back to pass. Moran fires over the middle, incomplete, and he was taking a shot at the big guy, DeJean Greer. 5'10", 240, and he was open. He just overshot him.
And really just overthrew him. He had him.
I like the play call there. They've been gashing him, and they little play action. Taylor here with Todd Portia out there. There's a give inside. Leach bounces it outside. He's inside the 10, near the 5 on a nice cut, and it's going to be 1st and goal Central.
Yeah, Leach is a back who's got a little wiggle to him.
First and goal Central. On the Muskie 5, 8:55 and ticking, opening quarter. The Muskies went 3 and out when they had the ball. Central started on their own 36. And they give this one to Leach. He bounces it inside near the end zone. Touchdown Central, 8:42 to play in the first, and it's Davenport Central 6 and the Muskies nothing.
Yeah, that's just power football. Inside run and let your guys do the work. I've been really impressed with the offensive line of Central on this first drive.
Hummel trots out for the PAT. Moran will hold. Good snap and the hold. And the kick is good. 8:42 to play in the first. Central 7, the Muskies nothing. We're stepping away for 60 seconds. You're listening to Muskie Football and watching it live here on the station.
Hello, my name is Brad Kistner, owner of Avenue Subs. Avenue Subs has been a local favorite in Muscatine for years, and we're dedicated to bringing you big sandwiches and big smiles. We're community driven and proud to call Muscatine our home. On behalf of all the employees at Avenue Subs, go Muskies!
If you're passionate about working in healthcare, we're passionate about helping you make it happen. Health professionals are in demand, offering great pay and rewarding work. We're proud to prepare your path ahead. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
The mission of our company is to serve our clients with the most efficient and courteous service available.
People in our community, when they ask, who are we going to get for pest control, they just call Bosch.
Remember, insects or pests, call the best, Bosch Pest Control.
Back at Muscatine Stadium, Hummel for the kickoff. And there's a pop fly kickoff, and it looks like Prince Wee's going to take it on his own 5. Prince gets to the 15, 20, cuts it back out near the 25, but he's taken down at about the 24. So the Muskies will have it there, 1st and 10 on their own 24 to start their second drive of the
Yeah, that's some decent field position. Anytime you get it out over the 20-yard line, that's your goal. It's a decent return there by Wee. Right now, Central is setting the tempo, though. They're being more physical in special teams, offensively, defensively. They're winning all 3 phases in the first minute and a half of this game, 2 minutes of this game.
Talkboard Tia in the backfield. Nimley goes in motion. Tia gets it over the left side, 30, 35, 40, down the sideline, midfield, and out of bounds in Central territory at the 45. And there's a big run of 31 yards.
Well, that's what we talked about a little bit in the pregame show. There's multiple weapons on this team. Right now, the guys in the white helmets in Davenport Central are looking for Nimley and they're looking for Gay. Talkport Tia right there taking his chance to break this game open.
So Tia and Nimley now in the backfield with Wieskamp. Hardy left. Gay and Draves right. This one goes to Nimley. Straight up the gut. Central waiting for him. And they get him to the turf after a gain of about 2. 2nd down and 8 Muskies from the Central 43.
And flipping the field position, too, is very important for that run. So as Muscatine's offense continues to move forward here, if you do get in a position where you have to punt, now you're not you got advantageous field position.
8 minutes and ticking here. In the first quarter, Central leads the Muskies 7-zip. Wieskamp back to pass, sets his feet. Sam rolls to his left, looks downfield. He's going to keep. Wieskamp to the 40, inside the 40 and down at the 38. A gain of 5, and that'll bring up 3rd and 3
nice
for the
scramble
Muskies.
There. Good scramble there by Sam.
Sam's first read wasn't there, and he kept it and gained 5 yards. Hardy left. McDaniel, Draves to the right. And now Eli Gay goes slot left on 3rd and 3. Nimley stands behind Wieskamp. Central really stacking the box here, Joel.
Yeah, single safety high. Now he's going to roll down here.
Gay goes in motion. Wieskamp gives to
straight man.
Nimley over the left side. Nimley trucks a runner at the 30 over a tackler and down to the 27. Tim Nimley showing off his power there. First down, Muskies.
And so Davenport Central, they kind of rotated coverages there into a man look. And when you break past that first level, there's really nothing behind when you're Nimley in the running game. So if you can block it up, man coverage is really susceptible to big plays.
Hardy left. Draves and Gay wide right for the Muskies. 1st and 10. Wieskamp gives to Nimley. He bounces outside. 20. Nimley inside the 20 and out of bounds at about the 16. An 11-yard gain and another first down for Tim Nimley.
Caden Roberts and Alex Edwards, along with center Anthony Mathias, doing an outstanding job on that play of crashing down the left side. Tim got small, was patient, found his lane, and was able to get a big gain.
And the Muskies make their first appearance in the First National Bank red zone tonight. Go see Wayne Johansson and Ron Monahan for all your commercial lending needs at First National Bank. Trips right for the Muskies, 1st and 10 for the 16. Wieskamp to Nimley, straight up the gut. They're waiting for him that time. Strang waiting for him in the hole. And along with Hummel, they get him down. Maybe lost a half a yard there. It'll be 2nd and 11.
It'd be interesting to see that right now Muscatine's tendencies are leaning towards running, and this is really a passing situation here. Maybe a draw or screen, though.
Now they go empty.
Timeout,
and now there's
Central.
a timeout. And it's going to be Davenport Central. We're going to step away for 30 seconds as Central's called a timeout. You're listening to Muskie Football. And you're watching Muskie Football live here on Discover Muscatine.
Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is where Muskie fans go before the game. Our Southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
We are back at Muscatine Community Stadium, and Joel, Central called a timeout probably to make a few adjustments. The Muskies seem to be getting the running game going with Tim Nimley here.
Yeah, there was something formationally that I think they didn't like, and then when they saw Nimley start to motion out of the backfield, they really didn't like it. And the Central coaching staff sprinting down the sideline to make that timeout call. And this is always an interesting part. Do you go with what you had called originally, or do you try to change it up here? I've always been of the mindset that you like the play you called originally, stick with it. Because even if they think they know what's coming, hopefully if you execute it, it'll be fine.
Okay, in motion. This one goes to Nimley straight up the gut, and Tim gets inside the 15 and down inside the 12, a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 6 Muskies. Muscatine in the First National Bank red zone. First time tonight, Central leads 7-zip, 5:50 and ticking here in the first quarter. They took their opening drive 64 yards. And Jaden Leach ran it in from 5 yards out. Muscatine trying to respond here.
Look at Jake Draves down here all alone in man-to-man coverage.
They give actually play action to Nimley. They flare it out
there
to
it
Gay
is.
down the sideline. Eli inside the 5 and out of bounds at the 4. A nice pitch and catch from Wieskamp to Gay, and the Muskies have 1st and goal.
Nice play design there.
As the night goes on, we'll talk about some of our great sponsors. I hope you're enjoying this live streaming and the tremendous commercials that have been put together for this broadcast. 1st and goal.
Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant.
And Hardy left. Wieskamp. Play action. Rolls out. Fires over the middle. Touchdown, Muskies. Eli Gay. 4 yards out from Sam Wieskamp. And it's 7-6 Central with 5:28 left.
Sam showing his arm strength there, firing it into a tight window, and he trusts his receiver. And how could you not trust such a great receiver like Eli Gay? That's a big answer for the Muskies there, a 76-yard drive.
Aguiar on for the PAT. The snap is low and the kick is good.
Really good hold there by Xander Morgan.
5:28 left in the first. We're tied at 7. We're stepping away for 60. You're listening to Muskie Football and watching it live on Discover Muscatine.
If you're passionate about working in healthcare, we're passionate about helping you make it happen. Health professionals are in demand, offering great pay and rewarding work. We're proud to prepare your path ahead. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
Hello, my name is Brad Kistner, owner of Avenue Subs. Avenue Subs has been a local favorite in Muscatine for years, and we're dedicated to bringing you big sandwiches and big smiles. We're community driven and proud to call Muscatine our home. On behalf of all the employees at Avenue Subs, go Muskies!
This kickoff is sponsored by Channel Seed and the kickoff out of bounds by Aguirre. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Central after the penalty. 7-7 if you just joined us, 5:28 left in the first. Muskies went 3 and out on their first drive, punted. Central went 64 yards, and Jaden Leach ran it in from 5 yards to take a 7-0 lead. The Muskies just responded with a 77-yard drive of their own, and it was capped off with a Sam Wieskamp to Eli Gave 4-yard touchdown pass.
And that long drive was important, too, because it allowed the defensive staff to maybe get in the ears of some of their guys, make some adjustments, identify some of the things that they may have seen off that first drive for Central.
1st and 10 Central on their own 35. Strang behind Moran in the backfield, and he gets it straight up the gut. Muskies are waiting there, but Strang, boy, a tough runner. Gains 5 out to the 40, 2nd and 5. Looks like Coggin, Deason, and crew in on the stop.
He just comes at you hard.
Cooper also in there on the stop. 2nd and 5 Central. They're not wasting any time back at the line of scrimmage. Moran barks out the signals, gives a Strang over the right side. He's got a hole midfield, 45, and down near the 40 and brought down at about the 41. That's a first down. And a big run that time of about 19 yards. Prince Wee got him to the ground, down to the 40. Call it a 20-yard run.
Yeah, just a nice inside zone run.
1st and 10 Central on the Muskie 40. 4:40 to play here in the first quarter, and we're tied at 7. Moran gives to Leach over the right side. He's got some room, and the Muskies stack him up. He's going to gain 5 or 6. I'll tell you, Central offensively, Joel, really getting off the football there.
Yeah, you know, they've got I was talking to one of their coaches earlier this week, former Philadelphia Eagle and Hawkeye, Julian Vandervelde, who's a part of their offensive line coaching program. And you can see this in their stance. They're firing off big offensive line, big and physical, and they're not going to mess around with throwing the ball if they continue to block it out like this.
Taylor right, Jones left. They haven't used them much. They haven't needed it. Moran back to pass sets. Takes a shot to Taylor down the sideline and overshoots him, and he was open. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 4 from the 34.
Yeah, that was just a good route. He just missed him. That's 2 Moran has had guys streaking down the field.
Muskies need a hold here. Deason, Brown, and Rory Smock along the front line for the Muskies in their 3-4 here. 3rd down and 4 Central on the Muskie 34. And there's a flag.
See, now I think Central's team has been lining up off sides. I noticed it when they were back here on the 40, and I'm thinking that they're finally going to call it here. They're going to call an illegal procedure.
It is. It's on the offense, offsides.
So the right tackle and the right guard.
Greer still playing tight end. Jones right, and now they shift in another tight end as they go two tights. Actually, he's playing tackle. They give this one to Leach over the right side. Now he cuts it back up the middle. Muskies get him down, but he's going to gain about 6 to the 15. Bring up 2nd and 4. Nothing fancy here, Joel, running it straight up the gut.
Yeah, it looks like actually, though, there might be an unbalanced formation on that last play, which can be tricky to identify, and it really gives you an advantage if the defense doesn't shift appropriately.
Double tights, Leach in the backfield, Moran. Jones in motion, and they give it to Leach over the right side, cuts it back, 10, 5, touchdown. 15-yard touchdown run by Jaden Leach, his second touchdown run first quarter, and it's Central 13 and the Muskies 7.
I don't know if this flag is going to be a celebration flag on the high step or if it's going to be a late hit on Takportia.
Came after the touchdown, and it's going to be dead ball, personal foul on the Muskies, and that's going to be huge on the kickoff.
Yeah, Leach got a little high step, breaking the line, and Takpor lost his cool a little bit.
So that's Leach's second touchdown run, and now Hummel on for his extra point. Central's had 2 drives tonight, 64 and 65 yards, both capped off with touchdown runs by Jaden Leach. Hummel for the PA, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. 3:16 to play in the first. Central 14 and the Muskie 7. We're stepping away for 60. You listen to Muskie Football and watching us live on Discover Muscatine.
Our Southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics. Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is where Muskie fans go before the game. Our Southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
On the other side of the field.
Hummel with the approach and the kick, and it's going to be into the end zone, a touchback, and that Muskies will get their third possession of the first quarter, 3:16 to play. To recap, Central, 2 touchdown runs by Jaden Leach, 1 of 5 and 1 of 15. The Muskies scored in between that on a 4-yard touchdown pass from Sam Wieskamp to Eli Gay. And now their chance to respond. Joel, we thought there'd be some offense. Don't know if we expected this much this early.
Yeah, I mean, this just turned out to maybe be a shootout in the making.
Gay in motion. Wieskamp gives to Nimley. Tim bounces it left, and he goes down after a gain of about 4 out to the 24, 2nd and 6 Muskies.
I mean, and Central is coming. They're not even ready for this no huddle. So Muscatine's changed the tempo.
There's Nimley, gets it again, bounces back up in the middle. Tim to the 27, a gain of 3. And that'll bring up 3rd and 3 Muskies from their own 27. Big third down opportunity here for the Muskie offense. They need to keep this drive alive. Draves goes wide left. Slot left is Hardy. Eli Gay right all by himself. Nimley in motion. Wieskamp back to pass. Shoots it over to Gay in the slot. Eli busts a tackle over the 40 and on near the 45. Eli Gay on an 18-yard pitch and catch from Sam Wieskamp, and Coach Mueller really trying to push it. We're going to call 44-yard line. Twins right for the Muskies. Now they give it to Nimley. Nimley bounces it out over to the left side, out near midfield, and Timmy down just over midfield, a gain of about 6. 2nd and 4.
I like the change in tempo here.
Coach Mueller really speeding it up.
And now the
official gave him a breather.
That's frustrating.
Hardy left. There's Wieskamp, and now we've got a whistle, and it's an official's timeout.
Looking at
Could be, no explanation.
officials
None that
have-
we know.
Well, yeah.
2nd and 4. McDaniel and Hardy left. Gay slot right. Nimley behind Wieskamp, and now Gay goes in motion across formation. Wieskamp gets it. He gives to Nimley. Tim bounces it back up over the middle. Tim's going to get a first down inside the 45. On a good, tough run of 5 yards, first down Muskies.
You just see the power in his lower half there, fighting through contact. He had 1,100 yards and probably had 600 after contact last year.
Mark the 44, gain of 6. Central, a little tired here with his pace. This one goes to Nimley again. Left side, Tim 40. Cuts it back down near the 36 and a gain of 8. 2nd and 2. Central has a lot of two-way players, Joel.
Yep, this is a smart decision by Coach Mueller to attack, change the pace. And it also forces them to not.
Another cut, taking it back to the 37, so we'll call it 2nd and 3 for the Muskies. Wieskamp back to pass, Sam said. And the Muskies going to lose some yards here, back to the 45, a loss of 8.
Yeah, nice defensive play there. Was able to beat the guard on that sack.
Greer, with the gentleman is playing tight end with a big sack for the Blue Devils. He's a heck of a football player, Dejan Greer. 3rd down and 11 Muskies now in the Central 45. 35 seconds and ticking here in the first quarter.
It's really the first pressure that Central's been able to put on Sam today.
Trips right.
Offsides.
And no flag. Now there's a late flag. And it's a false start in the Muskies. 3rd down and 16 now after the 5-yard walk-off. Ball will be spotted right at midfield.
The frustrating part about that is the Muskie player moved because he saw the Central player start to come, but the Central player did not cross the neutral zone.
Trips right for the Muskies. Wieskamp back to pass, sets his feet, going to take a shot, and a slide. He's got Hardy.
There it is.
Inside the 30 and inside the 25.
Zach Hardy, we talked to Coach Mueller, and he's brought Zach's name up a couple of times. Player that hasn't had a lot of catches in his career, but he's more than capable of being a breakout receiver.
30-yard strike from Wieskamp to Hardy. Wieskamp gives to Nimley, and they swallow him up right at the line of scrimmage. Short gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9, but Sam Wieskamp with a huge strike there on 3rd and 16, a big conversion for the Muskies.
Yeah, got the coverage he liked and was able to drive it right in there.
End of the first quarter, folks. Central 14 to Muskie 7. We're stepping away for 60 seconds. You're listening to Muskie Football and watching Muskie Football on Discovery Muscatine.
The mission of our company is to serve our clients with the most efficient and courteous service available.
People in our community, when they ask, who are we going to get for pest control, they just call Bosch.
Remember, insects or pests, call the best, Bosch Pest Control.
If you're passionate about working in healthcare, we're passionate about helping you make it happen. Health professionals are in demand, offering great pay and rewarding work. We're proud to prepare your path ahead. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
Hello, my name is Brad Kistner, owner of Avenue Subs. Avenue Subs has been a local favorite Muscatine for years, and we're dedicated to bringing you big sandwiches and big smiles. We're community driven and proud to call Muscatine our home. On behalf of all the employees at Avenue Subs, go Muskies!
Central leads the Muskies 14-7. The Muskies.
Hello, my name is
the
Brad
march,
Kistner,
though.
owner of
They're in
Avenue
the
Subs.
First
Avenue
National
Subs
Bank
has been
red
a local
zone.
favorite Muscatine for years.
Right on the 20-yard line, Central territory. Wieskamp has Gay and Nimley behind him. Gay in motion now. Flares it out. There's a pass intended for Gay, and Sam Strang got a hand on that one to break it up. It'll be 3rd and.
We're just trailing Gay there, and I know that what those plays, while they're an incompletion, they kind of show you how maybe the overplay is, and that's going to set something up down the road.
11:56 to play, just underway here in the second quarter. Hope you're enjoying this live stream event. This is groundbreaking. Muscatine fans should love this. Wieskamp back to pass, sets, fires, got Nimley, and it's incomplete. And Tim had running room. It'll be 4th and 9.
This would be a 37-yard field goal. So it looks like the offense is going to stay on the field.
Coach Mueller believes in his players and his game plan. Going to go for it here in 4th and 9 from the 20. Big play early on for the Muskie offense. They go trips left, and now there's a timeout Muscatine.
Yeah, had a misalignment there, so Coach Mueller wisely calls a timeout to get his troops on the same page.
We're going to step away for 30 seconds. You're listening to Muskie Football. We can talk about some of our fine sponsors here. Muskies come out of the timeout now. Their first one of the half. They've got Gay and Nimley in the backfield with Wieskamp. McDaniel and Draves to the right, Hardy wide left. And there's a shovel pass to Nimley, and Central wasn't fooled. Going to be a short gain of a couple, and the Muskies turn it over on downs with 11:47 to go in the first half. Central will take over 1st and 10 on their own 18.
Good discipline there by the Central defense to stay with Nimley on that situation.
What a beautiful night for high school football. If you're not at this game, which we wish you were, hopefully you're listening or watching, but boy, enjoy this night. What a great night. Football is back, folks. Leach in the backfield behind Moran, 1st and 10. And Moran's going to keep it over the left side, and he's going to be out over the 20. Met there. Rangel on the stop for the Muskies. Prince Wee also in the tackle.
Right now, Central is just winning the trenches. Muscatine's not making contact with the ball carrier until at least 3 or 4 yards past the offensive line of scrimmage.
Gain of 5 to the Muskie, or their own 23. Moran gives this one. Here's Leach again. He cuts it back. He's fighting for extra yardage. Out near the sticks, I think the Muskies are going to stop him just short as he's out to about the 28. We'll call.
Plenty of football left in this game. So by no means is this a do or die type series for the Muskies, but this is a very important series because you do not want to get down 2 scores here going into halftime with about 10 minutes to go here, 11 minutes to go here.
Well, Joel, and you know, as a coach, it's one thing to be down a couple scores. Things just happen, a kick return, passing.
Right.
But when somebody's physically running it down your throat a little bit, you get down 2 scores. That takes some of your will away, too.
Yeah, there's a psychological component to it as well, like you were saying. And, no football play, offensive or defensive, is designed to fail. They all are supposed to work.
Yes.
And right now, Central has just been able to execute it at a little bit higher level. And the Muskies have to just kind of figure out a way, dig deep. And there's their blitz.
3rd and a foot. Strang gets it over the left side.
Nice.
Muskies string it out. But Strang's a big, tough kid, and he's going to get a first down out to the 30. Muscatine was there waiting for him, but Strang got just enough for the first down.
Yes, it's a first down conversion, but Muscatine has to feel much better about that effort and that play than they did early on in this series. They're kind of channeling their University of Washington.
Purple with a purple looks pretty sharp. Intercepted. Tegan Schmelzer was right there. Great coverage. But it's incomplete.
Nice coverage there. Moran did not see Schmelzer at all, and I think Teagan was, surprised that the ball was coming his way.
I thought we had a pick six there. Schmelzer with good defense. 2nd and 10 for the Blue Devils from the 30. Moran gives to Strang. Got the gut. Muskie string it out, but he's going to gain about 5
almost
points.
Loose there.
He's holding that ball high. They're going to get one of those. A gain of 6, and I think he pushed the pile 2 or 3 yards after initial contact. He's a big, tough back for the Blue Devils.
You know, he reminds me a little bit of someone I played against in the late 90s, and that was Lee Russell, who was a running back for Davenport Assumption. I'm not saying he is Lee Russell because obviously Lee went on to play at Western Illinois, but that same body style, I'm going to come right at you, and I'm going to break a tackle before I make you miss.
3rd and 4 Blue Devils, 36. Muskies need to stop here. There's a give. Leach over the right side, cuts it back now, straight up the gut. The Muskies may hold, but Leach, boy, fights through that to the 41, going to get a first down. And Joel, that's a great effort by Leach because the Muskies had him strung out.
Yeah, nice play by the Muscatine defense, but Leach able to break a few tackles and get to that first down marker.
9:30 and ticking here in the first half. And Central, 1st and 10 on their own 41. They lead the Muskies 14-7. Moran gets a snap, gives to Leach. He bounces it out to the left side. Muskies string it out, and they get him down. Great pursuit that time on the play.
Big time play from Prince Wee coming up at the corner position. Outstanding job.
Rangel and we've called Rangel several times tonight. He's been all over the field. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9 for the Blue Devils on their own 42. Beautiful night, high school football once again. Taylor goes in motion. Haven't really uncorked anything to him yet tonight. There's Moran, rolls to the right. He looks, he fires, he's coming Central. That negates it. Taylor's, what a good-looking athlete he is, but this one's coming back.
Yeah, and that's just a simple, out and up concept. Taylor's in the slot. He's running a 12-yard out. The outside receiver is just keeping the safety occupied. And it's just a really good route combination. The way you stop that is you cannot let that quarterback break that contain, and you got to put pressure and get in his face.
And now the walk-off.
It's the backside left tackle. Rangel was coming on pursuit, and he came under, and you'll see that right tackle just kind of reach out with his right arm and grab him.
2nd and 21 now after the penalty. So in essence, a 12-yard flag. Moran now back to pass, sets his feet. He's going to keep it. He runs over the right side. Gets a block by Greer. He's out over the 35, and the Muskies usher him out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. He'll gain 7, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 14 for the Blue Devils.
That might have been a designed quarterback draw, the way it looked. He didn't look like he was looking downfield at all on that.
Going to spot it on a 39, so it'll be 3rd and 12 after a 9-yard keeper by Moran. 8.5 left here in the first half, 14-7 Central. Taylor slot right. Jones wide left. Now Taylor goes in motion. Strang in the backfield. Moran, there's a snap on the ground.
That same route combination.
Moran
Xander Morgan's on top of it.
Yes, and it's great coverage by the Muskies. You said it. Xander Morgan in coverage, incomplete. And Central going to have to kick it away for the first time tonight.
Yeah, really the same play, just coming back to the other way. And Xander Morgan, he saw that motion. He said, last time they did that, this is this. Quarterback boots, he sees the route, and he covered it like a blanket.
Great hold by the Muskie defense, and I'm sure they've got to feel good about that. Getting off the field here. Eli Gay standing on his own 20, and Ben Krogman into punt. His first punt of the night for the Blue Devils.
This would be a good time for Eli's first house call of the season.
And I'd be excited to call that house call. There's Krogman. Little soccer-style kick, and this is going to be a short one. Muskie's got to get away from that. And it almost hits a Muskie player. A Central player picks it up and downs it at about the 19. So that's where the Muskies will take over a big roll for the Blue Devils on the punt. Muscatine here with an opportunity now.
I think Eli
as they come out.
That hit him, and he was going to make the play.
That's what I thought, too.
I thought it hit Xander's foot, too.
Hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast. Something new, live streaming and on the radio. You can hear us both ends of the spectrum this year and watch this. It's incredible for Muscatine and the student athletes. And now we've got a timeout central, and we're going to take a 30-second timeout for some of our fine sponsors as you're listening to Muskie Football. And you're watching us live on Discover Muscatine.
All right, guys, got some great news. There's a rumor out there there's a huge sales call coming in today.
Good thing Jimmy's not here to steal my thunder again.
A big sale? I wonder who it is. Huh? Did I pack a tuna sandwich this morning?
Why wasn't I in the last commercial?
All right, everyone on the same page?
You guys are not going to believe this. Oh, I got it. Oh, hello, this is Jim. Can I help you?
Yep. Thank you for the business.
We are back at Muscatine Community Stadium. Brian Musell and Joel Crossauer. Central leads the Muskies 14-7. The Muskies have the football now on their own 19 as they take over for their fourth drive of the night. This is Xander Morgan at quarterback. They give to Nimley, and he's taken to the turf, but Tim breaks a couple tackles. He never goes down easy, but he's going to lose a couple yards.
And we knew this was the script. We knew coming into the game that Sam was going to get probably the first 3 series, and then Xander was going to get his chance to come in at the quarterback position. That's something that Coach Mueller felt both players had earned in this fall camp. So this was planned. Everyone knew this was happening on the offense.
Morgan had a great sophomore year at quarterback. Xander keeps it this time, runs over there. There's a face mask. I don't know if they got it on
the
Strang.
side official on
the
the far
did.
side.
You can see he grabbed his face mask. So that's going to help the Muskies. They threw him for a loss, but the Muskies going to get a face mask here. And now Nimley limping off, and I don't like this, but I think he's going to be all right.
Here comes Major Cooper in for Tim. And there's the face mask call.
It's going to be a big flag against Central. 7:35 left here in the first half. Sophomores lost their opener tonight, 21-12 in a hard-fought game. Coach Truitt will join us at halftime. They're going to mark this off from the 12. Well, the 14 it looks like now.
You know, it's a whole lot of stuff going on here with the live stream. We've got some great shots of our crowd, our fan cam, brought to you by Poop Pals, as well as some of our other fine broadcast sponsors: Avenue Subs, Nutrition Outlet, Boonies on the Avenue, Excel Auto Glass, and Bosch Pest Control.
Making all this possible. First and Muskies on the 29 after the face mask penalty. Trips right. Cooper in the backfield along with Xander Morgan. Eli Gay to the left. Morgan gives to Cooper over the right side. He's got some room up the sideline and a first down run to the 40. Mentor Cooper with an 11-yard run. First down Muskies. And you talk about the depth Muscatine has at the skill position. Mentor Cooper, heck of a year, as the sophomore level a year ago. And he's just chomping at the bit.
There's not a coach in the state who wouldn't want to have one of an Eli Gay, Tak Portia, Tim Nimley, or Mentor Cooper. We've got them all on the same team.
2 by 2. This one goes fumble, ball on the ground, still on the ground. And I'm not sure who got it. I think Central did get it. It might be Greer.
I know Muscatine's still in the fight there. That ball
Stolfus is on the ground along with, actually, it's number 62. Jabari Terrell with the recovery. And that's a huge turnover. It's 1st and 10 Central now on the Muskie 27.
Yeah, and that's just an exchange issue in that read zone, the run-pass option type offense the Muscatine runs. If you get anything murky, we saw it last night if you watched the South Dakota State-Minnesota game, that's a tricky thing, and sometimes the early part of the year you see little mistakes like that.
Taylor to the left, Jones to the right. And Leach is in the backfield with Moran. 1st and 10 Blue Devils on the Muskie 27. Moran gives to Leach over the right side, and he's hit hard down inside the 25 at the 23. Cooper with the stop for the Muskies. That's going to be about a 5-yard run. 2nd and 5 for the Blue Devils. 6:25 and ticking here in the first half.
These sudden change situations are also an important way for you to see what your defense and your team is made of.
2nd and 5. Moran barks out the signals, gives to Leach. Leach dances inside, and he's down to about the 20. Going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
Much better play by the interior defensive line for Muscatine there.
3rd down, we'll call it a long 2, just at the 20-yard line. They have to get just inside the 18. Central a little more deliberate now than they were earlier.
Well, I think some of that has to do with their number of two-way players. They've got to control the clock a little bit.
Taylor wide right, Jones left, and now Greer shifts over. And now he shifts again. Moran gets it. He keeps it, rolls to the right, throws to Taylor. He's got him at the 15 and down. Good defense by Tak Portilla, but it's going to be a 1st down. Pitch and catch from Moran to Taylor.
Tell you what, Taylor is that's a Division I, FCS body. I mean, that's a big, big receiver.
Pitch and catch of 7, 1st and 10 Central on the Muskie 13. Clock ticking to 5 minutes. Halftime sponsor is Toyota of Muscatine. Stay tuned for our halftime show. There's a give to Leach over the right side. 10 cuts it back inside the 5 to the 4. Xander Morgan came up from his safety spot along with Prince Wee. And it's going to be 1st down and goal Central now. Actually, 2nd and 2. Sorry about that. At the 4. Jones right. Taylor left. Strang is in now, the big back. Behind Moran. They give it to Strang. Straight up the gut. Muskie stack it up. They're waiting for him. But, boy, he's pushing the pile. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. Muskie stood him up in the hole. He's a lot to bring down, Joel.
Yeah. This is where he tries to live, inside that 10-yard line. Reed Olsis in the game at safety, making a play there. The junior just moved here from Waterloo.
3rd down and inches from just outside the 2. Strang and Moran in the backfield. Double tights to the left, and now we've got a flag.
Offside?
They may have lined up again offside. Central may have. Or is this one going to be on the Muskies?
I don't know.
And it is on the Muskies, so that'll be a 1st down, half the distance to the goal. So Central now will have 1st and goal from just outside the Muskie 1.
Yeah, it was definitely a lined up in the neutral zone situation because we didn't see anybody moving.
And they've burned some clock here, too. The Muskies still have plenty of time with 2 timeouts to get something going when they get it back. But Central has used some clock here. 1st and goal Central, just outside the Muskie 1. This Strang over the right side. He's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown Central. 3:30 to play in the first half. And it's the Blue Devils 20 and the Muskie 7.
Yeah, the neck rolls on that offensive line are just making a big push right now for the Blue Devils. That right side is really where they're making hay.
First touchdown here of the second quarter. And Hummel on for the PAT. He's 2 for 2 so far tonight.
Blocked.
And it's blocked. The Muskies come up with a big block there. Looks like Prince Wee.
Yeah, Diego Rangel was close to blocking one of the extra points earlier on.
3:30 left here in the first half. 20-7 Central. We're stepping away for 60. You're listening to Muskie Football and watching Muskie Football here on Discover Muscatine.
The mission of our company is to serve our clients with the most efficient and courteous service available.
People in our community, when they ask, who are we going to get for pest control, they just call Bosch.
Remember, insects or pests, call the best, Bosch Pest Control.
If you're passionate about working in healthcare, we're passionate about helping you make it happen. Health professionals are in demand, offering great pay and rewarding work. We're proud to prepare your path ahead. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
Back at Muscatine Community Stadium, Wade Hummel on for the kickoff. 27-yard drive after the fumble in Central. The PAT blocked. They lead the Muskies 20-7, 3:30 to play here in the first half. There's the kickoff, and it's going to go over Eli Gay's head and through the end zone for the touchback. The Muskies will have 3.5 minutes, 2 timeouts to go 80 yards. And Sam Wieskamp will return for this series at quarterback.
Let's see if they can get something going through the air. They've had some big plays. One big play down the field to Zach Hardy. There's some opportunities there because you don't need to get it all in one chunk. You're not looking. You don't need an 80-yard play here.
And Tim Nimley back on the field. He's in the backfield with Gay. Hardy to the left. Draves wide right. Wieskamp barks out the signals on first down. He gives to Nimley. Tim over the right side, and Central's there to meet him, but Tim's still going to gain 5 or 6 on a good first down run.
Yeah, really good positive play on first down.
After Tim Nimley's sophomore season a year ago, he's going to command attention every time he takes a field. He's going to be the focal point of every defense this year.
He's off pace to set the school record for rushing in his junior season.
What a competitor. 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4. Wieskamp back to pass. Sam sets his feet, steps up into the pocket, and he's going to go down. Is Strang in on the stop along with big number 74. Moore. Going to lose a yard. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And there were some opportunities downfield, just needed about a second more of protection.
Draves and Hardy to the right. Brady McDaniel, the big tight end, slot right. And Gay all by himself wide left. Nimbley stands back with Wieskamp on 3rd and 5. Sam back to pass, sets, fires. He's got Gay off his hands. Eli slipped at the 32, and it's going to be 4th and 5, and the Muskies will kick this one away.
Yeah, 2 slips there. The defensive back and Gay slipped down there on that, so there must be something. The dewfall has begun here as the sun is set in Muscatine.
The dewfall. I like that. I like that.
It's a song from a Broadway musical. But no, that's Moonfall. Sorry. Rupert Holmes, composer.
Rupert
the same
Holmes.
Guy who wrote If You Like
What about
Pina
him?
Coladas.
What about him? Oh. I don't want to know those things. Brady McDaniel on to kick, 4th and 5. He stands back on his 10. There's the kick. A good kick by Brady. And this ball's going to hit the turf, picked up by the Central return man at the 30.
Good coverage.
He bounces outside. The Muskies really swarm him under at about the 35-yard line. Good special team play by the Muskies there. Sanchez in on the stop.
That was good coverage. That was important to not let them get a big return there.
2:02 left in the first half. Central predominantly been doing this on the ground, Joel. 1 timeout remaining. Be interested to see if they just continue to, be happy to run this thing out with a 2-touchdown lead, if they're going to take some shots with their big receiver.
I think you take some shots. You might as well. You've got the weapons. I don't like to leave any points off the table as an offensive person.
Taylor to the right, Jones left, and Strang back in the backfield with Moran. And it's a play-action pass. Moran back to pass. Now he rolls to his left. Good pursuit by Rangel, but he's over the 40. Rangel throws him to the ground.
So
that might have been a face mask.
They're going to call this horse collar. They actually addended the horse collar rule this year, so they've made some changes to it. And so it's now not just the back, but it also includes the side of your shoulder pads.
And that's going to be a horse collar. You're right, Joel. Good call there. A 15-yarder, and that's a big flag. That'll be tacked on to the 10-yard run. So Central, with great field position now, will be spotted down near the Muskie 40.
That knowledge brought to you by insomnia. I couldn't sleep one night, and I looked up the rules book about a week ago. I understand the rule change, but I think that you still have to and they've written it to take all subjectivity out of it. If it's there, if you have a part of that piece of equipment, they're going to call it. It's a point of emphasis this year.
It looks like
they're offsides again here.
They're offsides. You can tell. I was just going to say 40's lined up offsides for Central, and that's going to be a 5-yard walk-off. So 15-yard penalty there, and
get 10 of it back. Get 5 of it back.
It's right in front of me. I was sitting right down where I'm looking with the binoculars, clearly offsides.
Again, we have great spots here in the Muscatine Muskie press box. A huge thank you to the administration. New activity director, Tom Olsis, setting us up with a magnificent spot to call this game.
1st and 15. Taylor goes in motion across formation. Leach now back in the game with Moran. Moran rolls to his right, cuts back. Be 2nd and 6.
So a nice adjustment there by the Central coaching staff. Exact same route combination that they had run the last series, but instead they had the slot press the vertical, and they ran the out route from the outside receiver.
Going to give him a gain of 10 to the 35, 2nd and 5. Clock at a minute. Moran gets a snap, gives to Leach. Leach dances in the middle, and he gains 2. Ball on the ground.
Muskie ball.
And I think the Muskies have it.
Muskie ball.
Let's see who's underneath it with the recovery, but it's Muscatine football and a big turnover. And who's coming out of there with it? It looks like Peterson with a huge recovery for the Muskies.
That's a big play for the Muskies. Not a lot of time left on the clock here, so maybe you run a screen, see if you can get a big run, and then take your shot. But I think Muscatine's got 2 timeouts left.
And just like, let's see if the Muskies can cash in. 55 seconds left in the half with 2 timeouts. 1st down on their own 34. Trips right, now Nimley in motion. Wieskamp back, fires. He's got Hardy in the slot. And Hardy's out near the 40, breaks a tackle.
And he gets out of bounds
at the 49. Zach Hardy with a great run after catch. A gain of 16 out to midfield, 1st down Muskies.
And the key is to get out of bounds there too. Smart play by the senior.
Trips right for the Muskies. Hardy left. Big drive here if the Muskies can scratch out some points.
Gay's got a mismatch in the slot. He's got the safety and a linebacker.
There's Wieskamp back to pass. Going to take a shot for Hardy over the top, and it's incomplete. And Hardy had a step. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And as this Muscatine offense progresses throughout the season, they know that they need to get more production from their receiver position. And right now, Zach Hardy's showing that he's got what it takes to do that.
Hardy left, Draves wide right. And now Gay and Nimley in the backfield. Gay goes in motion. This one goes to Nimley, straight up the gut. And he's going to get a short gain of about 2. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the Central 48, and there's a timeout Muscatine with 36 seconds left in the half. We're going to leave it right here.
Yeah, so you're trying to break one there with that inside run, almost a draw look there for Muscatine. You're at the midpoint field or midfield point of this field position, and really the whole playbook's open at this point. You're 3rd and 7. You got screens, you got draws. This is not a bad time if you feel good about an exotic that you've got drawn up coming out of the timeout.
You're using the Hayden Fry term now. You're pulling out exotic.
Hey, was Fry Fest today. We've got legendary Coach Bob Stoops in Iowa City tomorrow as an honorary captain.
Isn't that awesome? Bobby Stoops coming back for that. That's great.
Would you have guessed, 1999, 20 years ago, 21 years ago when that hire was made, if you and I were sitting and having this conversation saying, would Oklahoma and have a winningest coach in Bob Stoops, and would Kirk Ferentz be the winningest coach in both schools' programs, would you have taken that bet?
No.
No one will.
No.
And
No.
sure enough, that's what those two are. But more back to the Muskies here. We've got Sam Wieskamp. This is a really good opportunity to run a Hayden Fry type exotic.
3rd and 8, Muskies out of the timeout. 2-by-2. Wieskamp back to pass. Fires it over the middle for McDaniel. Overshoots him at the 30. And it's going to be 4th and 8. The Muskies will probably kick this away
Yeah,
with
I'd
33
punt it here
seconds.
just because you want to give them a long field. But I understand both logics.
But the coach is probably thinking, too, though, Central really hasn't beat him with the pass, and there's only 33 seconds. So coach is going to go for it here. 4th and 8, Jake would never punt if he had his choice. He just loves to go for it.
Absolutely.
Riverboat gambler.
Which he's not that way in the other aspect of
No, not at all. Just competitive. Back to pass, Wieskamp. He's got Nimley, and it's incomplete. And the Muskies turn it over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 Central on their own 48 with 29.7 seconds to play in the first half. They lead the Muskies 20-7.
That was a good opportunity there for Muscatine. It didn't come out exactly how they wanted it to, but they were able to do some things that they haven't been able to do, and that was move the ball through the air.
Central now.
Taylor not even on the field.
Reese Dubin is checked in at wide receiver to the left. You're right, Taylor's not there.
And he limped off.
That'd be a big loss if he can't return. Jones wide right, and they're going to take a knee and take the 2-touchdown lead into the half.
It was Central knowing they get the ball to start the second half as well. So why risk a pick six or some major sudden change?
Mighty Muskie Marching Band coming up at the half.
You'll get to see them, folks.
And we're going to have Coach Mike Truitt, the sophomore coach, on at the half. But first, we're going to step away for 2 minutes and give our great sponsors some love. You're listening to Muskie Football and watching it live on Discover Muscatine.
Chacharo's Mexican Restaurant is where Muskie fans go before the game. Our southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Chacharo's Mexican Restaurant is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
If you're passionate about working in healthcare, we're passionate about helping you make it happen. Health professionals are in demand, offering great pay and rewarding work. We're proud to prepare your path ahead. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
Hello, my name is Brad Kistner, owner of Avenue Subs. Avenue Subs has been a local favorite in Muscatine for years, and we're dedicated to bringing you big sandwiches and big smiles. We're community driven and proud to call Muscatine our home. On behalf of all the employees at Avenue Subs, go Muskies!
All right, guys, we got some great news. There's a rumor out there. There's a huge sales call coming in today.
Good thing Jimmy's not here to steal my thunder again.
A big sale? I wonder who it is. Huh? Did I pack a tuna sandwich this morning?
Why wasn't I in the last commercial?
All right, you guys are not going to believe this. Jim, can I help you?
Yep. Thank you for the business.
We are back at Muscatine Community Stadium, and I'm thrilled to be joined again because, well, for several reasons. One, Mike's just a great guy. Two, we know it's football season when we get to talk to him. Head sophomore coach Mike Truitt is joining us here at the half. Our halftime show is always sponsored by Toyota of Muscatine. And Coach, competitive game for your kids tonight. Lost a tough one, 21-12. Back and forth. You got a new group of kids. I know you're getting used to them from what you've had in the previous couple of years. But talk about some of the good things you saw tonight in game one. You never really know what you have till you hit the field. And tonight I thought saw some positive things out of your squad. And I think you got some potential to really grow as the year goes on.
Yeah, for sure. We played over at Washington last Friday in a scrimmage, and our sophomores played Washington's JV, so we didn't really know what we had at that point either. But like I said, that first game, you got to get out there and just see what's going to happen. I don't fault the guys' effort.
Right.
I thought they played.
Yeah, I thought they played hard.
They never laid down. I think we were a little shell-shocked at the beginning, but I think that's to be expected, especially that move from freshman to sophomore, Tuesday night to big Friday night game and all that. So it was kind of a little bit – that first quarter might have been a little shell-shock going on, but I think we settled in and played.
Yep, big time. It's Friday Night Lights now. Looking over your shoulder and you start to see the stands fill up as a sophomore.
30 kids out right now, so that's not bad.
Pretty good.
We started out the season with a lot of low numbers, and so but we've got guys healthy and showing up to practice, and so that helps.
Excellent. I noticed tonight, due to the fact that the freshmen lost a few games off their schedule, I should say, so they all dressed with you tonight, so it looked like you had a pretty healthy squad. That's why I didn't really count the roster here. I just was curious what you had. Are there any freshmen playing up?
We'll see you play and see if it's worth taking a look at to bring them up.
Is there a couple guys you want to mention?
He played a great game at running back. He just kept pounding and pounding. He's not a very big kid at all either, so he took a beating, but man, he just kept going and going and going. He did a great job, and Tay Huber does a good job too. I mean, he just goes. A lot of those guys never come off the field.
Right.
There's a few of them that the only time they got off is because they had a cramp or whatnot. Otherwise, they just stay on the field all the time.
Yeah, I thought they competed hard. One guy, and I can tell he's going to grow into his body and everything else like that physically already looks the parts of Brock Garrison.
Oh, yeah, he's a big kid.
I watched him from here, and the first kid I thought of was Nolan Bell.
Yeah.
From back in the just imposing at that age already. And I know he'll grow into this, and it looks like he's going to be one heck of a nice player before he's done here.
Yeah, and the interesting part of that is last year Brock played up for me as a sophomore at tight end. And now he started tonight for me at left guard and nose guard.
Yeah,
and last year he was a tight end linebacker.
Great stuff. Next week, Cedar Rapids Jefferson,
yes,
correct?
Yep.
On the road. We got a crazy schedule because last year we seemed to have all those road trips here because we played at Brady so much.
Yeah.
This year we go to Jefferson, we go to Johnston, City High, and we also go to Linn-Mar.
Yeah.
So one thing about it is the stadium tour is going to be pretty cool this year for us.
And actually, the sophomores are playing a Monday night game the week of City High at Liberty High School.
Oh, really?
So we're going to play them.
So are they playing at Liberty now? Do they have a new stadium and everything?
Yep. So we're going to go up. We're going to go up there and play. So we're going to hit all the big ones.
Fantastic.
And Kingston's just been redone.
Kingston's been around forever since when I was in high school, believe it or not. But yeah, they have redone that. I'm looking forward to seeing that a week from now. But should be excited the year. I know it's not all, and you do a fantastic job at that. Muscatine's lucky to have you at the sophomore level.
Well, that's off. My mom must have paid you some money, huh?
She did. In fact, I gave her some banking information. She's going to shoot at my account later. I love it. Coach Mike Truitt, great to have him on. We talk to him every Friday night at halftime of the varsity game. We're going to step away for 60 seconds, and I think, is Ben coming in?
I don't know.
Actually, we're not stepping away. Ben's here. We're going to have Nitzel on right now. Coach Truitt.
Thanks, Brian.
Great to have you, buddy.
Good evening.
All right, guys, we got some great news.
Ben, we just talked to Coach Truitt about the sophomore game. Let's recap this one here, and I tell you what, you always know with Central you're going to see some outstanding athletes. And in the past, when Central's been down, they've just been a little undisciplined or some other things may get in the way of it. But I tell you what, tonight, with the exception of a couple offsides plays, they've come out and really controlled the line of scrimmage on offense. And their two backs of Strang and Leach done a nice job running the football. What do the Muskies need to do in the second half to adjust to that?
Yeah, I mean, they really have done a nice job with their interior 5, just coming in, getting a lot of pressure on guys and making contact with our guys 3-4 yards down the field. You know, I think some of it just get through the jitters a little bit. You know, we got guys taking missteps, guys kind of, going in the wrong direction of the ball. They just got to get more into the read the game, and you're going to have to beat these guys with speed because they got a lot of horsepower up front. We don't have as much size maybe, especially in our linebacker core, so we're going to have to beat them a little bit with speed and technique and just try to get in the flow of the game, I think, defensively and put some stops out there. Some good stuff towards the end of the half, but, and just got to do a little bit more.
Offensively, and Tim Dibley's no secret, obviously, because of the success he had as a sophomore. Central doing a lot of really stacking a box and making sure they get bodies on him. He's had a couple of medium-sized runs, but what do the Muskies need to do? If Tim can't get untracked, where are they going to go with the football?
Well, I mean, listen, you got a lot of options. You can go to Eli. You can throw the ball. They got some big, tall receivers. I think the key here is be patient, stick with the game plan. Don't get too flustered. You can put a lot of points on the board in a hurry with this group of athletes, but you got to just stick with it, stay consistent, and look for, hey, if they're going to take Tim away, what are they going to give us? And then pick on that until they got to spread out and stop that. Then you come back with Tim. I mean, when you have a team that's as talented as this team is offensively, it really becomes about what is the defense giving you and being prepared to take what they're giving you until they take that away, then find the next thing.
And I know in the towards the end of the first quarter, when Jake made an adjustment right there and went with more of a up-tempo offense, really up-tempo, the Muskies had a lot of success taking it down the field. And really, I think with the exception of the turnover we had towards the end of the first half there, this is probably a tie game here at the half. So Muskies are not tie game, but a one-score game.
Well, I think tempo's going to be a big part of it, too, to your point, because they don't have a lot of subs over there on the other side. Yes. So I think if you can get these guys moving, running, they already got guys on the D-line who don't want to put their hand down, want to stand up, 2-point stance. That definitely should be hand-down guys. You just got to – that's part of it, too. Just try to run this game a little faster because I think you've got the numbers. You're going to get that advantage.
Yeah, big series to open. Central gets a football to start the second half. Really look for the Muskie defense tighten up. If they get a 3-and-out, I really look for the Muskies to really be here. I know Coach Mueller's outstanding with his offensive adjustments, so be excited to see what happens here. Bears-Packers next Thursday. How bad is Green Bay going to lose?
Boy, I think it's going to be a very big victory for us. We really should see new head coach Guy Lafleur, and I heard he's got the forecheck all worked out. No, honestly, I don't know what we are. I don't know if we're good, we're bad, we're Super Bowl bound, we're first round, first pick.
Well, one thing we can agree on after 100 years in the NFL, the best rivalry in football, Green Bay and Chicago.
It might be the best rivalry in sports.
You got to love it. Ben Nitzel, thanks for joining us. We're going to step away for 2 minutes, and we'll be back. You'll listen to the Muscatine Muskie Sports Network.
So we're going to get nice and loud. If he makes 3 field goals tonight, $10,000. My name is Tony Tone with the Market Grill Express inside Hy-Vee. Matt Schweitzer's right there. And we're going to kick for cash. We're going to kick for cash. We're also live on Discover Muscatine, which is exciting. So we're going to come out here to the first ever kick for cash. Matt Fillmore is ready to go. This is awesome. My son Henry's here. How you feeling, buddy?
Good.
Okay. Hy-Vee store director Matt Schweitzer, when was the last time you kicked a field goal?
Close to never, Tony, actually. So I'm really interested to see how this goes for him.
Is Chris holding for us? Absolutely. Chris Anderson with Discover Muscatine. You want to talk about Henry? Come over here. All right. Fans, this is it, our first attempt. Fans, this could be a $10,000 kick. Let's see. There it is. Oh! Give it up for Matt Fillmore. Matt, we've got a $25 gift card for you for the Market Grill Express. Thank you, buddy. Hey, next home game, you could have a chance to kick for cash. All you have to do is get signed up right when you come in the entryway. Look for the Discover Muscatine booth. All right, he wants to kick one for fun. Why not? So if you're watching us on Discover Muscatine or MPW Channel 9, this could be you. Kick for cash during halftime of the Muskie game. Oh! Do we get a redo? We'll do it again at the next home game. Student section, get loud! We need the student section loud all night. Go Muskies. If you've been watching on Discover Muscatine, we appreciate it. Chuck Van Heck, the second attempt was good. What do you think? Any advice?
I don't know. He's got a great leg. You guys, I thought you were going to pay some money there.
Oh, it's
but
awesome. Give him a high five, Henry.
Henry, right here. Give him to him.
Well, Chuck, I'd love to get you out there to kick for.
Hey, I don't have a leg anymore. It's great that you guys are doing this. Thanks a lot.
Oh, it's fantastic. We appreciate the opportunity. All right, we're going to send it back up to Brian Musell and Joe Krausar on Discover Muscatine. It's Friday Night Lights with Muskie Football and Kick for Cash. What a great night in the Pearl City. Absolutely packed house and back to the best in the business. Brian and Joel, thank you guys.
Are here in the broadcast booth. Here it's Discover Muscatine. It is Muskie Football as the Muskies trail Davenport Central 20-7 here as we come out of halftime. Some first half stats. Tim Nimley for the Muskies, 15 rushes for 57 yards. Sam Wieskamp, 7 for 14 passing, 76 yards, and 1 touchdown to Eli Gay, who has 28 yards on 4 catches. We have Zach Hardy with 2 catches for 54 yards. And for Davenport Central, they're led by 172 yards rushing on the ground and 3 touchdowns. The first touchdown by Strang, and then Ezekiel with the second of the 2 touchdowns. Right now, this game has really been a tale of 2 offensive approaches. Muscatine really trying to get it to their skill guys in space, whereas Davenport Central's offensive line has really controlled the tempo of the first half, and they've been able to run at will. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to step away for 1 minute. You're listening to Muskie Football on the Muskie Sports Network.
All right, guys, we got some great news. There's a rumor out there. There's a huge sales call coming in today.
Good thing Jimmy's not here to steal my thunder again.
A big sale? I wonder who it is. Huh? Did I pack a tuna sandwich this morning?
Why wasn't I in the last commercial?
All right, everyone on the same page?
You guys are not going to believe this. Oh, I got it. Oh. Hello, this is Jim. Can I help you?
Yep. Thank you for the business.
Hello, my name is Brad Kistner, owner of Avenue Subs. Avenue Subs has been a local favorite in Muscatine for years, and we're dedicated to bringing you big sandwiches and big smiles. We're community-driven and proud to call Muscatine our home. On behalf of all the employees at Avenue Subs, go Muskies!
Central leads the Muskies 20-7, scoring in the first half, and we'll recap this, of course, at game's end. But in the first quarter, Central took their opening drive 64 yards, and it was capped off by a 5-yard touchdown run from Jaden Leach, PAT good. They led the Muskies 7-zip with 9:58 left. In the first, the Muskies responded with their own drive of 77 yards, capped off by Sam Wieskamp to Eli Gay, 4-yard touchdown strike. PAT good. We're tied at 7, 5:28 to go in the first quarter. Central took the next drive 65 yards with Jaden Leach capping this one off on a 15-yard touchdown run. PAT good. 3:16 left in the first. They led the Muskies 14-7. No scoring as it was back and forth in the second quarter, and then there was a Muskie fumble late in the first half, recovered by Central by the big fella, number 74, Moore. Central went 27 yards, and it was capped off by a Strang 1-yard touchdown run. Sam Strang been a force all day, and the PAT was blocked by Prince Wee with 3:30 left in the first half, and Central leads the Muskies here at the half 20-7. The Muskies will kick off to Central. And Joel, if ever you wanted a 3 and out, you want one to start the second half.
No, absolutely. The defensive tempo really has to change for the Muskies. The first half, just a challenge. The Davenport Central offensive line won the first half. To make adjustments at the half, and that's really the important part here. And now you just move forward. You can't do anything about the first 2 quarters of football. And really, the one thing that's been interesting, though, is, and knock on wood if you're the Muskies, but you've been able to kind of limit Central to having that big explosive play. They've had a couple runs over 15 yards, but they haven't had that big home run, but subsequently neither have the Muskies.
Kickoff sponsored by Channel Seed, and Aguirre will kick off for the Muskies. Taylor back on his 10 along with Morris. Muskie student section fired up. Great crowd here tonight at Muscatine Community Stadium. Here's the approach as we start half number 2. And it's going to be Morris at about his 14. He veers to the right, 20, breaks a tackle at the 25, and the Muskies get into the turf. Good special teams play again by the Muskies.
Nice job there by gang tackling the ball carrier.
Schmelzer on the stop, the starting safety. 1st and 10 Blue Devils on their own 25 as we open half number 2. Taylor's back. He left late in the second quarter, Joel. You thought he had a little bit of an injury there. He's back. Strang opens up at tailback here in the second half. Moran barks out the signals, gives to Strang straight up the gut over the right side, over the 30 to about the 31.
Got a flag on the far side.
And there is a flag over there. Could be a hold.
It's in the realm of holding.
And it is a hold on Central. That's a big penalty on the Blue Devils. And the Muskies will certainly take that. 6-yard run is going to be wiped out here.
Yeah, that's a big one. Holding is, and again, though, the push from Central was significant on that play, but you're wondering if it was maybe aided by that hold.
Back down to the 70. Joel, something that, will Iowa High School ever change the spot?
Yeah, that really should go back to the line of scrimmage and not.
Correct.
You're gaining a yard or two based
Right.
off the penalty. They've got a lot of other things to fix first.
1st and 18, back to pass Moran. Steps, throws for Taylor, overshoots him at midfield. Great coverage by the Muskies.
Good job.
Tokporti and Schmelzer back there. Tokporti has done a great job.
Yeah, he's given up
tonight.
almost 8 inches.
Certainly been stride for stride with Taylor all night. He's 2nd and 18 now. The penalty really helped the Muskies there from their own 17. Jones right, Taylor left. Strang and Moran in the backfield. Greer still lined up more as an
His knee was
H-back.
down when he caught the ball.
I agree with you. And there's a great play by, looks like, and there's a late hit out of bounds. And the Muskies didn't need that. They had him stopped for a loss. And they're going to get an unsportsmanlike penalty here.
So it's going to, what would have been 3rd and 20 is going to turn into a 1st and 10. It looks like it was Mentor Cooper.
Yeah, it looks like Mentor just continued the play a little too far out of bounds. And that's going to cost the Muskies. After a great stop and a loss of yard, couple of yards on the play, spot foul from the 15.
And one thing I would say, though, is that's a situation where you could call a double foul and offset that because Strang wasn't stopping fighting on his end either, So it's one of those situations, and no official's ever going to do that. But you can understand the logic behind it.
So the walk-off is to the 30. Dead ball.
Oh, so
it's
another
not an automatic first
another
down.
flaw in the Iowa High School Athletic Association is that a personal foul doesn't guarantee a first down.
But we'll take it.
Yes.
So an exchange of penalties here, and now it's 2nd and 5 from the 30. Moran gives this one to Leach over the right side. The Muskies are there waiting for him. A short gain. Leach with a carry, a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd and 4. Sean Brown in on the stop. Good to see Sean out there. Josh Thomas with the stop, too, on the stop.
This is an important third down for the Muscatine defense to get off the field and keep the field position in their favor.
3rd and 4 Central from their own 31. And now we've got...
It's an illegal motion.
I don't think he's set. Well, they're saying it's on the Muskies on lined up off sides, and this would be like the 4th time on 2 teams collectively if it's true.
And that would be a first down, too.
Be a huge penalty. And it is. It's on the Muskies. And the Muskies had them in a big hole. They had 2nd and 18 and a loss of 3. And back-to-back penalties now have really hurt them. And I'm not sure what happened there, but they just gave a 6-yard walk-off. So,
North Scott officials. Sorry.
You are live stream now, Joe. It's 1st and 10 Blue Devils now with the 8 of the penalty on their own 36. There's Moran rolling to his left. He's going to keep it. He's to the 40 and out near the 44. Good open field tackle on the play by Smeltzer, but it's going to be a nice gain of 8 on first down.
Yeah, Moran really is a threat to run. He's a nice-looking running quarterback as well.
He's run the offense extremely well tonight. He's made good decisions and really kept the chains moving for the Blue Devils. 2nd down and 2 Central on their own 44. 10 minutes to play in the 3rd. Central leads the Muskies 20-7. They go twins right, and now they flare it out.
He's down.
He slips and falls, and he's down. Leach lost his footing on a lateral, and it's going to be a loss of 4 or 5. It's going to bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it 8 back on the 38.
A part of me was thinking that might have turned into a halfback pass.
I think
because
you're right.
Taylor was running a full-on route on that.
It was set up like that. I agree, Joel, the way they threw it back. So it's 3rd down and 8 Central. Kind of an awkward start to the second half here. Taylor to the right, wide right. Back to pass Moran. He rolls right. Rushes on. They throw it. It might be complete, but it's short of the first down. And it is incomplete, out of bounds. 4th and 8. Central going to punt this one away.
Good recovery there after, giving up what should have been, a 3 and out with the penalties. Nice job by the Muskies to rally and get their head right and make a play.
No question. Muskie defense really rose to the occasion to start the second. Eli Gay back on his own 20. Krogman into punt. He stands on his own 25. 9:14 left here in the 3rd. Central leads the Muskies 20-7. Good snap. Krogman rolls to his right, kicks a high kick, short kick, and dropped dead at about the 26-yard line.
He kicked a couple in pregame warmups that looked like a Charlie Huff knuckleball. They had no rotation on it.
I'm impressed with the reference because that's a pitcher that was old when I was young. So, and Joel, you pulled that one out of there.
Well, he played for the White Sox when I was a kid.
I would have thought you would have come up with like Wakefield,
Timmy Wakefield.
Tim
Wakefield
Wakefield was more of a modern-day knuckleballer.
That's true.
Impressive, though, that you brought out Charlie Huff. Trips left, Gay to the right for the Muskies, 1st and 10 on their own 26-yard line. Wieskamp gets a snap, gives to Nimley. Tim swallowed up, and he's going to lose a yard at the 25. And who else? Sam Strang in on the stop.
Yeah, Sam Strang's having himself a night on both sides of the ball. He set the tone on the first offensive play against the Muskies, running Nimley down sideline to sideline.
Loss of 2. It'll be 2nd and 12 for the Muskies. Trips left, Gay right, same formation. And now Nimley shifts up side by side with Wieskamp. Central almost jumped. Wieskamp back to pass, shoots it out, and it's short, incomplete. Intended for Eli Gay at the 30. 3rd and 12 for the Muskies.
I couldn't tell if that ball got tipped at the line of scrimmage or not.
Muskies come out 3rd and 12. Zach Hardy will be left. Draves, McDaniel, and Eli Gay. Trips right for the Muskies. Wieskamp fakes it to Nimley, fires, and it's complete out near the 35. It's going to be a short of a first down. Hardy with a nice grab. And that'll bring up 4th down and about 3 from their own 35, and the Muskies are going to kick this one away. Or will they? Jake's been known to fake these.
I was just thinking the same thing.
And I don't think Central's buying any of it.
Yeah.
They're not even putting a guy back. They've got their regular defense out.
Well, while Moran's there.
Moran's going back. Brady McDaniel into punt.
And being the former special teams coordinator that I am, I'd be going fake it to our head coach the entire time in this situation. And Lance Peterson usually told me no. And that's why he's.
There's a snap. McDaniel steps into it. And there's the kick. And it's going to roll. Favorable
Good
roll
punt.
for the Muskies inside the 25 to the 24. Good kick by Brady McDaniel. 7:30 to play here in the third. Central takes over. They lead the Muskies 20-7, and they'll have their second drive of the second half.
We'll see if Muscatine can build on some of their defensive momentum from their first series here in the second half. Nothing majorly different from an adjustment standpoint. I think what we've seen is the linebackers crowding the line of scrimmage just a little bit more. And I think what we're seeing, too, is some confidence coming from the Muskie defensive line, figuring out, some of the what Central's trying to do and having the time to think about it and make those adjustments at halftime.
First and 10 Blue Devils from the 24. Strang in the backfield. Moran, play action, pumps it over to Taylor. He's got a great stick on the sideline. Tak Portilla once again at the 29. Gain of 5, but no more. Got a text here from a good friend of ours, Tom Wilson, former longtime L&M coach and Muskie assistant, watching Bettendorf and PV. Said 2:16 left in the third, and it's Bettendorf 14-3 is all. So a tight one at Pleasant Valley.
Well, and Durant was up 18-0 at half over Wilton.
Moran gives to Strang, straight up the gut. Togan decent on top of him, but he breaks a tackle. This Strang is a load over the 40 to the 41. And, Joel, sometimes you just got to tip your cap. That's a 12-yard physical run. And the Muskies were there, but, boy, and he is down on the ground, though. I mean, he's taken a beating,
He
but
hasn't
he's delivered
taken,
a
he's
beating.
played every single snap for Central.
So Strang is down, and let's hope that young man's okay. But what an effort, not refusing to go down. And there's an injury timeout on the field. We're going to step away for 30 seconds. You're listening to the Muscatine Muskie Sports Network.
The mission of our company is to serve our clients with the most efficient and courteous service available.
People in our community, when they ask, who are we going to get for pest control, they just call Bosch.
Remember, insects or pests, call the best. Bosch Pest Control.
We are back at Muscatine Community Stadium. Sam Strang still on the turf. Not sure what's going on as the trainers tend to him. Let's hope it's just
They
cramping.
appear to be stretching his right calf out. It doesn't look like they're doing any stability tests on his knee. I mean, he's
And I
played
think
every
that's what it
snap.
is. That kid's young man's played a heck of a football game for the Blue Devils.
Is there anything worse than a calf cramp? I mean, as far as
Joel, when you get to be my age, everything hurts. So you watch a workout video and you feel pain.
I'm not far behind you there, Brian.
You're long.
Maybe in years.
Several years.
But not in aptitude.
Ball will be on the 41. First and 10 Central now as Leach comes back out on the field. And he's had a big night.
This is a play.
They shift to Twins right now on the short side. Moran back to pass, sets, fires. He's got his man Jones. And the Muskies stack him up, but he's going to be near midfield. Great tackle as they were there. But it's going to be a gain of about 8 on first down. Very efficient offense for Central. Nothing flashy. Smash mouth and taking their opportunities in the passing game when it's there.
Yeah, they ran everybody off with the two inside receivers, and the outside receiver there just was able to squat and get a nice 8-yard gain.
Jones right. Taylor left. And Leach in the backfield. Moran gets it. He rolls to his right, looks downfield, dumps it off, and brought down that time Diego Randall with a good play. Tim Johnson on the reception. It's the first time we've called his name tonight.
And he was just kind of a nice little safety valve route there for Moran on the boot.
Gain of 9, 1st and 10 Blue Devils on the Muskie 42. They're running a player on late here. Got to get a man off here before the delay of game. I think they have time.
Yeah.
1st and 10 Blue Devils on the Muskie 42. Moran and Leach in the backfield. Taylor wide right. And this one's going to go to Leach. And
There's TD.
TD with a big stop. And that could be a tackle for a loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11.
And that's what Muscatine needs. They need to start getting some penetration off the snap. And TD using his hands, getting on the other side of that center. Nice play for the tackle for loss.
2nd and 11 Blue Devils. Under 5 to play here in the third. And they lead the Muskies 20-7. Opening night at Muscatine Community Stadium. Moran back to pass. Rolls to his right. Looks downfield. Jump pass over the middle.
There it is.
And over the 35 to the 30.
Lateral's at the tee.
Is it back?
He's got the edge.
On the edge, midfield, 45-40. Ty Portilla cuts it back at the 30. Still on his feet.
Yes!
25-20.
He's gonna go!
10-5 to the house. Touchdown, Muskies. What a play. An interception on the play.
33, we don't have
33, and I don't have him on my roster, folks. Isn't that a shame? Made the pick, lateraled it, and we got a 68-yard, roughly, interception return by Ty Portilla. Unbelievable return by Tia, and what a game changer that could be. As a Gary on for the extra point, and something like that can really break the back of a team that's controlled a football game, Joel.
Now they're trying to get the extra point team on the field. Yeah, I mean, channeling Micah Hyde, Tyler Sash of years of old for the Hawkeyes. The interception to the lateral, and Takpor, great field vision, and outstanding blocking by the defense to not block in the back and continue on.
I'm a little confused on the yardage, and the kick is no good. 4:22 to play in the third, 20-13 Central. We're stepping away for 60 seconds. You're listening to the Muscatine Muskie Sports Network.
Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is where Muskie fans go before the game. Our Southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
If you're passionate about working in healthcare, we're passionate about helping you make it happen. Health professionals are in demand, offering great pay and rewarding work. We're proud to prepare your path ahead. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
Hello, my name is...
Folks, we're back at Muscatine Community Stadium. Jorge Ocampo with the interception, and sorry, we don't have his number on our roster.
We do now.
And he had an unbelievable pick, and what a heads-up lateral. And Doc Portilla, unofficially in the neighborhood of 70 yards. You can watch that replay on Discover Muscatine.
Right now.
Twitter or Facebook, you can watch it.
It's on YouTube as well.
There's the kick. What a return. And there's Morris. Fumbles it, picks it up. 14.
Great tackle.
Reed to the ground.
Oh, Reed Olsis dropping the hammer on covering that kick.
Reed Olsis, the little AD with the hammer.
There's nothing little about him. 6'4", 205.
Olsis making a statement here for the Muskies.
Welcome to Muscatine, young man.
20-13. As Joel jumped out of his chair on that one.
Those are the kind of hits that make you get excited.
4:17 to play in the third, and boy, what a momentum shift for the Muskies just when they needed it. Central now with their second turnover, a pick and an interception, and they cashed in, the Muskies did, on a huge return. First down. Muskie defense playing well here in the second half.
False start.
And now we've got a false start, and just like that, 5 more yards.
And this is where you have to figure out what you're capable of. The momentum has clearly shifted to Muscatine, and this is where sometimes in the history of Davenport Central's program, and when adversity comes, they don't always deal with it very well. And right now, another penalty. We'll see if this momentum can stay on Muscatine's side. And you have to take it. You just have to take it from them, too.
Back to the 16-yard line. 1st and 15 now, Blue Devils. Greer split out. Now it's Moran.
Yes!
Keeper, down he goes!
Good A-gap blitz there.
That's Josh Thomas. What a play by Thomas.
He timed his blitz nicely. That was a straight-up quarterback power, straying back in the ball game, trying to be the lead blocker. And Thomas was able to run that from the backside and get Moran for a loss.
Lost 3. It'll be second down, and we'll call it 18 from their own 13. The Muskie defense really making some nice adjustments here in the second half. 20-13, though, the Blue Devils lead. Moran barks out the signals. He's going to give this one to Strang, who checks back in.
What a play.
He runs, gains maybe a yard or two, and the Muskies were waiting for him. Not fooled that time.
With Sean Brown.
Sean Brown in on the play along with Sanchez.
As you watch this play come right at Sean, he stands up the offensive tackle. He keeps his inside arm free, shucks the block, and is able to get Strang down. Nicely done for the defensive end.
1 yard gain. 3rd down and 17. Trips right. There's the blitz. There's Moran rolling to his right. Looks, throws incomplete. And the punt team will come on for the Blue Devils. 2:59 to play in the third.
Big defensive series there for the Muskies.
Muskie fans really getting into this as that interception and return has really energized this crowd.
It's energized me. I'm ready to go.
Joel's ready to go. Energized Alsus on the kick return coverage.
It's a little bit different formation on this punt.
Krogman on to punt. Eli Gay stands at midfield. Time for Eli Gay to make a house call here. And there's Krogman. And
not on this kick. Get away, get away, get away.
Top fly Eli with the fair catch at the 44. Muskies with a great field position after the short kick. 31-yard kick, no return. Coach Wilson with another update from the PV stands. 14-6 with 8:13 left. Bettendorf by 8. Right here, it's 20-13 Central over the Muskies. 2:53 left in the third. 2-by-2 formation on first down. Nimbley and Wieskamp in the backfield. Look for Tim to rip off some runs here. 1-score game. There's Wieskamp. Play action. Rolls to his right. Throws it out to Eli Gay. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
So those are the RPOs that we're starting to see more and more and more in football. And Sam just rushed that throw a little bit. It was just short.
Trips left for the Muskies on 2nd and 10 from the Blue Devil 44. Wieskamp barks out the signals. Sam gives to Nimbley. Tim straight up the gut, breaks a tackle, and driven down hard. Good play by Johnson. Short gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Central continuing to do a nice job stopping the run.
Trips left. Eli Gay to the right. 2:20 and ticking here in the third. Big 3rd down play for the Muskies. Wieskamp back to pass. Sam sets. Sam throws, and it's caught! Down the field he goes, the middle of the field.
Zach Hardy!
End zone. Zach Hardy! Touchdown, Muskies!
Yeah!
And there's a late hit 8 yards deep into the end zone. A 43-yard touchdown strike from Sam Wieskamp to Zach Hardy. Hardy caught it, got behind the defender, and out sprinted him to the end zone. And a late tackle in the end zone is going to tack 15 on to the kickoff here. Wieskamp's second touchdown pass of the night.
What I thought was a chance for a pick six there turned into a 6 the other way.
2:08 to play in the third, and the Muskies are within a point at 20-19.
So Muscatine will take that penalty on the kickoff. And Uncle Mo resides in Muscatine right now. The momentum is completely on Muscatine's side.
Jorge Ocampo switched the whole momentum of this game with that big interception. The Muskie defense has played great here in the third quarter.
Yeah, absolutely.
But taking the ball away always raises it up a notch. A heads-up lateral to Tak Portilla.
Which you have to, I have to admit, it's one of those, no, okay. Like it's one of those moments where you're like, what are you doing? Great.
You called it when you got to about the 40. You knew he had the quarter. And
Yeah,
119 with 2:08 to play in the third. We're stepping away for 6. You listen to Muskie Football on the Muscatine Muskie Sports Network.
Hello, my name is Brad Kistner, owner of Avenue Subs. Avenue Subs has been a local favorite in Muscatine for years, and we're dedicated to bringing you big sandwiches and big smiles. We're community-driven and proud to call Muscatine our home. On behalf of all the employees at Avenue Subs, go Muskies!
If you're passionate about working in healthcare, we're passionate about helping you make it happen. Health professionals are in demand, offering great pay and rewarding work. We're proud to prepare your path ahead. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
Back at Muscatine Community Stadium. Brian Musell, Joel Krasauer. What a football game we have here. The Muskies have come roaring back in the third with 2 touchdowns. The last missed PAT, and they're a point short, down 20-19 to Central. Central led this thing 20-7 at the half. That was a big pitch and catch from Sam Wieskamp to Zach Hardy at 43 yards after the electrifying interception by Jorge Ocampo on lateral to Tak Portilla for the big touchdown return earlier in the quarter. Taylor deep along with Morris. There's the kick.
Stay in bounds.
And it's going to go through the end zone, and Central will take over first down in their own 20. And Joel, we talked about adjustments at the half, and both sides of the ball for the Muskies, they've made some positive ones, and they've really what have they done defensively here to shut down the run game?
I really haven't seen anything crazy schematic-wise. They've blitzed a little bit more from the interior, which has just allowed them to change up gaps a little bit. Really, it's been an effort thing. I've really seen a renewed commitment to what they're supposed to do, and that's, fit your run gap. Tongan beating his block on a couple of plays. Some of these things, it's not a scheme thing. It's you just kind of have to, you're shell-shocked because you haven't hit anybody but your own teammates for the last 3 weeks, and that seems to have worn off.
There's Strang, straight up the gut this time. Muskies
We almost
there.
fumbled it.
And there's a ball on the ground, picked up by the Muskies.
Scoop and
Prince Wee, 10-5 to the house. Muskies, there's a flag at the 15.
That looks like it's
let's see what this is.
That might be in the holding realm.
Prince Wee with a scoop and score, as Joel would say, on a fumble by Strang. And let's see what the flag is.
Let's see if it's. Looks like it's coming back.
As this crowd is on its feet, and it's going to be
pass interference. Or is it blocking the back?
It's got it on the Muskies.
Okay, so it's a block
on the turnover.
So it's going to be a block in the back. It looks like after on the return
recovery.
Okay, he signaled pass interference, which I think it's his first game of the season too.
So the Muskies get the turnover. Prince Wee on the fumble recovery, and there is a penalty on a block in the back on the return.
Which I don't know how you can block somebody in the back on a fumble scrum like that. That's a.
So that wipes out the score. And the Muskies now 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line of Central.
there's a candidate for a questionable call of the game.
There you go. You make that call. 2-by-2 formation. 1st and 10 is Prince Wienand on offense. Wide left. First down from the 29, and now we've got timeout Central. And this could be just to get your bearings straight.
Yeah, they're spinning like tops right now on the white side of the ball.
We're stepping away for 30 seconds. You listen to Muskie Football on the Muskie Sports Network.
All right, guys, got some great news. There's a rumor out there. There's a huge sales call coming in today.
Good thing Jimmy's not here to steal my thunder again.
A big sale? I wonder who it is. Huh? Did I pack a tuna sandwich this morning?
Why wasn't I in the last commercial?
All right, everyone on the same page?
You guys are not going to believe this. Oh, I got it. Oh. Hello, this is Jim. Can I help you?
Back at Muscatine Community Stadium, Brian Musell, Joel Crossauer. And I think everybody in the press box trying to figure out exactly what the signal was on the last flag. But nonetheless, it's Muskie Football. Eli Gay in motion. Wieskamp gets a snap, gives to Nimley. Tim over the gut. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5 to the house. Touchdown Muskies. Tim Nimley, 29 yards, and left a trail of bodies behind him.
Way to run hard, young man. Great job up front from your offensive line. Going for 2 here with a 5-point lead.
Muskie's going for 2 on the Nimley, and it's just a matter of time before he gets it going.
It's just body blows with that young man. I mean, eventually he's going to connect on one that's going to just devastate you, and that's exactly what that one was. He ran through 3 arm tackles right to the house.
Muskies with bunch way right. There's Wieskamp back to pass over the middle, deflected at the line, incomplete.
Yep, good
151 left in the third. 25-20 Muskies. We're stepping away for 60. You listen to Muskie Football on the Muscatine Muskie Sports Network.
The mission of our company is to serve our clients with the most efficient and courteous service available.
People in our community, when they ask, who are we going to get for pest control, please call Bosch.
Remember, insects or pests, call the best. Bosch Pest Control.
If you're passionate about working in healthcare, we're passionate about helping you make it happen. Health professionals are in demand, offering great pay and rewarding work. We're proud to prepare your path ahead. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is where Muskie fans go before the game. Our Southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
Channel C to Geary with the kickoff for the Muskies. Morris takes it at the 12. He's at the 15, 20. Veers to the left side. He's got an edge, 25-30. Geary's got him at the 40 and wrestles him out of bounds at the 44, and that's a great tackle.
That's a great play by your kicker.
But Morris, with a good return in Central, good field position to start. Their best starting field position here in the second half. They led the Muskies 20-7 at the half. The Muskies with 3 touchdowns here in the third quarter, all in exciting fashion, big plays, and they now have taken the lead 25-20. 142 to play in the third. Central got to be a little shell-shocked.
They're going to try and get it back here. This is the time and part of the field where you take a shot deep.
Moran back to pass, steps into his throw. He has Taylor. He jukes the guy at midfield, and down he goes. A nice pitch and catch, gain of about 8. It'll be second and short for Central.
Now, there's a guy, in Taylor who's such a physical athlete. He's a big receiver. He's quick. They've done a nice job of tackling him after the catch tonight. They've let him catch some of the easy short passes, but they haven't let him get a lot after it.
He's a guy you don't want in a jump ball situation. They've done a nice job, Joel. You're right. 2nd and 2 from the Muskie 48, Central into Muskie territory. Moran gives a strang up the gut. He's going to get a first down inside the 45, and the pile whistle hasn't blown, and now it does. Down to the 42, a gain of about 6. It'll be first down, Blue Devils. Don't know if John Blanc is listening tonight, but he sent me a message earlier for the great Muskie and Blue Devil clash. John, a former Muskie sports writer and Blue Devil graduate. Former Muskie broadcaster, long time ago.
I did not realize he was a Central alum.
Yeah, yep. Taylor left, Jones right, Leach back in the game, and Leach gets the handoff.
Go!
And Sanchez almost got him,
but he strung him out.
Prince Wee does. Prince Wee with great run support from the corner spot. Throws him for a loss of 1.
And Sanchez was unable to make the tackle, but he was able to string him out and wait for his run support to come. And it's a nicely done, good spill defense there by the Muskies.
Smells like some fire pits going here, Joel.
That's a perfect night for it. We got the fog starting to creep in. It's
2nd and 11, and now we've got a flag. And we got a false start on Central. It'll be 2nd and 16. 33 seconds left in the third.
The Muskie defense trying to get the fans involved.
Big drive for both Central's offense and the Muskie defense because, you know, if the Muskies can hold here again, all the momentum's going their way. 2nd and 16 Blue Devils now on the Muskie 48. Moran back to pass, rolls to his right, rushes on. He eludes it, looks downfield, throws, and it's intercepted! Down the sideline, and this one's Jorge Ocampo again.
Okay, so we have a flag now on the I don't know. Did he go past the line of scrimmage? What is this flag?
I think the flag came in on the return, Joel.
Okay, I hope.
Jorge Ocampo again. It would be a 2nd pick of the night. The ball's spotted right now at the 48, and it's Muskie football.
Yeah, definitely the flag was thrown on the return. I'm just watching the replay here in front of me. Man, that's nice being able to kind of see the video in front.
And here's the call from the White Hat. An eligible man downfield, that'll be nullified.
Okay.
And that was way late.
Way late.
And so Jorge Ocampo,
2 picks.
Boy, I tell you what, he wants to be our defensive player of the game. Right now, he's leading the way.
He is leading the charge.
Another huge pick. 17.6 seconds to play in the third. And number 33 is having himself a night.
Not even on the roster, but he's certainly in our hearts right now. Jorge Ocampo, 2 big picks, competing for that defensive player of the game.
Oh, it's an illegal participation.
Oh, say 12 guys on the field.
So that is a post-interception penalty. So Muskie's really great field position. I want to mention, I'm not sure who the young man is doing footballs this year, but Doc Calvert, I've been in the booth 9 years. 9 years of doing footballs on the sideline. You know, Jake Mueller talked about a lot of the improvements they made this year, and that's got to be at the top of the list, finding a new ball boy.
Just tremendous efficiencies coming in.
There's a give to Nimley. Tim bounces it outside, 35-30, 25 and down.
You know, and we mentioned earlier in the game the number of two-way players that Central has. I really believe that's starting to take a toll. Muscatine, you know, numbers are up. They're able to platoon a little bit more on the Muscatine side of the ball, and I feel like that's part of the reason Muscatine's having some success here later on in this game.
Nimley's run going to be wiped out with a hold, and I believe the ball boy's Danny Chick.
Oh, nice.
I'm just looking down there, so certainly have upgraded the athleticism on the sidelines for the Muskies. Doc, I hope you're listening. Actually, is he still here? Yeah, he's down there. Holding on the Muskies. And it's just a matter of time. Nimley's starting to get it going, and Central's getting tired heading into the fourth. And Central's really played well, considering they don't have a lot of depth. 1st and 20 now for the Muskies on the Central 47.
So they'll let the clock run down here.
That's the end of 3. 25 Muskies, 20 Davenport Central. We're stepping away for 60 seconds. You're listening to Muskie Football on the Muscatine Muskie Sports Network.
If you're passionate about working in healthcare, we're passionate about helping you make it happen. Health professionals are in demand. They're your path ahead. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
Hello, my name is Brad Kistner, owner of Avenue Subs. Avenue Subs has been a local favorite in Muscatine for years, and we're dedicated to bringing you big sandwiches and big smiles. We're community-driven and proud to call Muscatine our home. On behalf of all the employees at Avenue Subs, go Muskies! Hello, my name is
Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is where Muskie fans go before the game. Our Southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
We're back at Muscatine Community Stadium to start quarter number 4. The Muskies 1st and 20 on the Blue Devil 47 to start it. Muskies lead 25-20. Eli Gay left, trips right for the Muskies. Sam Wieskamp gives to Nimley. Tim dances, cuts it to the left. Nimley out of bounds, ushered out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. Gain of 5, a tough 5-yard run by Tim Nimley.
Finished it with his shoulders down. You got to love backs who don't mind contact, and Tim doesn't just not mind it. He likes to inflict it on another.
They've got Tim at 5'9", 185, folks. He's not 5'9".
Nope. But he's all of that weight, if
he
not.
Is so powerful. Same formation, except McDaniel left this time. 2nd and 16. And they give to Nimley again over the left side. Tim down at 35, still running. 30 and inside the 30 to the 29. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Tim Nimley with a punishing run.
You know, it's that athleticism and power that has taken him very far on the wrestling mat this past winter and this summer. You know, you can just see his balance and the leg strength and the drive, just physically and mental drive to be a tough, hard-nosed runner. Offensive line's doing a nice job this half,
Joel,
too.
you talk about some of these linemen. They've really, really helped, get the Muskies on track here in the second half. There's a give to Nimley on 3rd and short. Tim to the outside, 25, 20 down the sideline, 15 and knocked out of bounds. Just shy of the 10.
Yeah, right on cue offensive line play. Caden Roberts with a big pancake block at the left tackle position, springing Tim Nimley for that big run.
Murphy, a central player, coming up limping there at the end of the corner. Staying on the field. Nimley really run. Goal Muskies in the First National Bank red zone, just outside the 9-yard line.
Blitz.
There's Wieskamp to Nimley, straight up the gut, and down he goes. They met him in a hole that time. 2nd and goal Muskies.
Tim Johnson there for Central timed his blitz nicely and really kind of messed up the point of attack.
No gain on the play, clock ticking away. 11 minutes left in this one, 25-20 Muskies. First half was all Central. They led 20-7, and the Muskies with an explosive third quarter. Wieskamp gets a snap, loses it, ball on the ground. Sam covers it up. Good heads-up play by Sam, and take your loss there. Back at the 17, it'll be 3rd and goal.
Yeah, recover the fumble, live to fight another day, but turnover margin has been the key to Muscatine's success. They've got to avoid giving one back there.
3rd and goal Muskies. What do you do here, Joel? You take a shot in the end zone, or you play something soft?
Well,
conservative, or
this is where you maybe run like a screen or a draw, try to get a couple yardage back, but it's definitely 4-down territory.
Wieskamp back to pass, and now we've got a penalty flag, and it's going to be a false start, and now it makes it 3rd and goal from the 22.
Echo offense here, too. Throw one up down the sideline, try to draw a pass interference.
Trips right for the Muskies, Eli Gay.
I mean, you've got two big receivers in Hardy and Draves. Draves is a tall target out there on the outside.
Wieskamp back to pass, taking a shot. Light effort by Gay, but it'll be 4th and goal from the 10.
So they're able to get a good chunk back there, so you get yourself into a 4th and manageable.
So extra points, we've had a little issue there, so coach is going to go for it, it looks like here, rather than go for the field goal.
He might let the clock run out. He's going to let the clock run down. He's going to call a timeout. And so we have to watch the back judge here since we're without a play clock at Muscatine Community Stadium. And I like this decision. This is good clock management. You're taking in 40 seconds, 38 seconds off of the clock. And it's giving you an opportunity to call your best play, get everybody on the same page. I would not kick it here. I feel like you have the risk reward is the same. Actually, it's not the same. You have a higher reward if you go for it. We've had a challenge on some of the extra points. To me, your defense is rolling. You throw an incomplete pass here, they get the ball at the 10-yard line. You miss an extra point here, they get the ball at the 20-yard line. It's a touchback, so you're going to lose 10 yards. So that's why I'm aggressive here, and I go for it if I'm Coach Mueller.
And I think another thing that makes it easier for Coach is the Muskie defense has been outstanding here in the second half.
Absolutely.
So I think he's got some faith. If he doesn't get it, his defense will keep him on this side of the field and get the ball back on a punt.
Yep, absolutely. And you never what they're talking about right now is scoring. They're not thinking about the countermeasures or the hedging of the bet, if you will. That's our job. But as far as if you're looking at the analytics of it, the advanced metrics, this is a smarter play.
And here we go. The Muskies come out. 4th down and goal from the Central 10. 9:31 to play here in the 4th. The Muskies lead 25-20. Big play here in the 4th quarter. Nimbly in the backfield, 2-by-2 set for the Muskie receivers. And now Nimley shifts up. Sam barks out the commands. Wieskamp back to pass. Sets, throws a fade to the end zone. Deflected. Nice play by the Central cornerback over there. And that's Leach. And the Muskies turn it over on downs. Good play call, though. And it'll be
nothing wrong with that.
Turnover on downs for the Muskies.
So now your defense is mentally prepared. They knew this was a realistic outcome, so they just hop right on the field and they do their job. And hopefully you can you like your chances making a team go 90 yards.
And Central has 90 yards to go, as you mentioned, Joel. Central ran for 172 yards in the first half. They really gashed the Muskies. Don't know what the official tally is so far in the second half. Nowhere near that. The Muskie defense has really shut them down. Strang and Johnson in the backfield, Moran. And this one goes to Strang over the right side. He's over the 15 to about the 17, a gain of 7. Prince William on the stop along with Jorge Ocampo. And Jorge's down. And he's had a phenomenal night. 2 big interceptions tonight.
It was a big-time collision there.
Strang is a tough kid.
Yep.
He's a load. Folks, we're going to step away for 30 seconds. You're watching Muskie Football on the Muskie Sports Network. Out of there, Joel. Moran,
yeah, it's good to see him pop right out.
Barks out the signals. And he rolls to his left, looks downfield. He's going to keep it. He cuts up inside. Boy, he's hit hard
Great
from
play.
behind.
Good pursuit.
Great play, and that was Peterson.
Peterson with a big tackle there, big sack. Great job, though, by Sean Brown to force him to have to tuck that ball down and not have a clear throwing lane.
Gain of 4, 3rd and 1 from the 19. Big play here for the Muskie defense. Peterson, Deason, and Sean Brown up front for the Muskies in that 3-4 set. Moran gives the strength straight up the gut. He's going to get the first down. Almost lost the football out to about the 22. But Central keeps the chains moving, first down.
clock a factor. And Central just down. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining.
Strang trots off again. Looks like another cramping issue. He's got to get
hydrated. Once you start cramping, it's hard to get it back.
Leach comes back on. They've been a great tandem tonight. Johnson playing tight end now as Greer's not out there at the moment. There's Moran, gives to Leach over the left side. Good play by Sean Brown. Stayed home and took him to the turf. Short gain on the play.
Sean's had a really nice second half.
And it looks like Sean may be injured on the play. Shaken up a little bit. As Rory Smock trots back out on the field. Sean is on one knee. Nicole Calvert, got to mention her, of course. What a fantastic athletic trainer the Muscatine Muskies have, and Nicole Calvert.
Yeah, someone who dedicates a lot of her time and talent to this program and to this community. It's a long day for an athletic trainer. She was probably in the weight room, this morning. She has worked with the volleyball practices and other sports practices, and now she's going to be here all night. And it is a job that it's certainly not thankless. I know that from personal experience. It's a very important thing, and we're very fortunate in our community to have people like Nicole.
No doubt. Sean looks like he's fine. He ran off under his own power. So it'll be 2nd and 9 Blue Devils. The ball on the 24-yard line. 7:53 left in this one. The Muskies lead Central 25-20. Leach and Moran in the backfield. Greer is now checked back in at tight end. Taylor to the left. Muskies have kept him away from the big play. Moran shoots it out. He's got Taylor. He's out over the 30, breaks a tackle, going to get a first down. And it took 3 or 4 of them to get him out of bounds. He's a big guy. First down at the 35.
And Jorge Ocampo back into the game here. It's nice to see.
Definitely good to see Jorge back. So Campo checks back in. So the Muskies back. 1st and 10 now, Central on their own 36, and now there's a whistle.
The spot.
Spot was off a yard, back to the 35. Taylor lines up on the right, Jones to the left. Leach in the backfield. And he's going to get the carry over the left side. And he's out short of the 40, gain of a couple, 2 or 3 to the 38. It'll be 2nd and 7. Good pursuit again by the Muskies over there on the far side. Rory Smock in the middle of that.
Good play there by Rory. A really important job to maintain, contain, and both defensive ends, Peterson, Brown, and Smock have done a nice job the second half.
2nd down and 7. Moran back to pass, rushes on, flares it out, incomplete. Taylor slipped on the play, and Portilla put a shot on him after that. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
Takport does not back down from anything. He's a tough kid. And good pressure on the quarterback there from the Muskie front 7.
He had the highlight play of the game. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can check those highlight reels out on discovermuscatine.com. And
Here
also,
you
can subscribe to the Discover Muscatine YouTube page as well.
3rd and 7. Strang back in. He's going to get the handoff in 3rd and 7. He cuts it over the middle. He's going to get a first down over midfield into Muskie territory, down to the 42-yard line. Ocampo and Portilla get into the turf. 3rd and 7, and a huge run by Sam Strang.
Yeah, really good run there.
6:50 and ticking. Central running some clock here and moving the sticks. Their best drive by far the second half. This is what they looked like in the first half. Moran gets a snap, gives to Leach. No, he keeps it straight up the gut, and a good tackle there by Menard Cooper.
Way to stay home. Most of the Muskie defense made his play.
Ball at the 37-yard line. 2nd and 5 for the Blue Devils. Taylor split wide right. Leach in the backfield.
Ball start.
Yes, it was, and there goes 5. It's going to be 2nd and 10. You know, first game of the year, you're going to get a lot of that. We've seen some of those penalties that just kill you when they're unforced. Muskies have had a couple. Central's had several.
Yeah, some of that's just, mental tough, and not toughness. That's the wrong way. I've had that happen where you daydream for a second and you forget your hand's already down.
2nd and 10 Blue Devils from the Muskie 42. Moran and Leach in the backfield. And it's going to be Leach straight up the gut. Muskie's there waiting for him. Going to gain 2 or 3, but the team picture met him at the 40.
Absolutely.
Call it a gain of 3 to the 39. It'll be 3rd and 7. Thomas and Sanchez led the way. 5:15 and ticking. Big play for the Muskie defense. 3rd and 7 from the Muskie 39. Moran rolls to his right. Looks downfield. Rushes on. Down he goes! Sanchez with the hammer.
And great coverage downfield. It's really just a one-man route. And Prince Wee and Tac Portilla stayed home, and they were able to keep that deep ball from being caught. That's a coverage sack.
And now with the clock ticking under 5, Krogman on to punt. Big loss. They're going to have to punt it. They're no longer in 4-down territory. And the Muskies offense can get it back and grind this out with a few first downs and take home the W. Eli Gay back at the 5. Needs to bump up to the 10, right, Joel?
I don't know. 5-yard line is actually kind of where they teach it now.
I'm old. And there's a flag.
Yeah, it used to be your heels on the 10, nothing over your head. Now with all this rugby stuff that happens and things are rolling, you start at the 5 so that way you can actually come up and field it so that you aren't sacrificing some free yards.
There's another 5-yard penalty on a false start. And the Muskie players feeling good because they should. They've put in one heck of an effort here in the second half, trying to get the crowd back into it. The students have been up all night.
They even had a pregame meeting planning their stuff out.
There's Krogman on the rugby stop. Blocked!
Oh.
I thought it was blocked.
Almost.
I missed that. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. Smock
Boy, I thought
almost got
Smock
a piece
had
of
it. So I got a little excited. And the ball rolls dead at the 16, and the Muskies will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, that would have been a great chance for a great time for a blocked kick. But Smock, from our perspective, looked like he was going to get a hand on it.
It was close. 1st and 10 Muskies on their own 16-yard line now. 3:59 left. Tim Nimbley time, Joel.
Yeah, absolutely. You got a back who you can shoulder the load, but 4-minute offense almost literally, in my opinion, is you just run your basic offense and keep the momentum moving forward with the pressure on.
Wieskamp to Nimbley. Strang meets him in the backfield, takes him to the ground. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Because Central's going to sell out to stop the run here.
This would be where one of those
little quick hitters,
little
maybe
bubble screens would really blow up on him to Eli.
Or even something like Brady McDaniel in the seam here.
2nd and 10, Muskies milking some clock here. Nimbley right behind Sam Wieskamp. And it's going to be Tim Nimbley again, this time over the right side. He breaks a tackle, and he's out near the 25. Good tough run by Tim. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6 from the 20, actually. 3rd and 6 from the 20. And now we've got a timeout Central with 3:06 left. Timeout Central, we're stepping away for 30. You're listening to the Muskie Football on the Muscatine Muskie Sports Network.
Charo's Mexican Restaurant is where Muskie fans go before the game. Our Southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Charo's Mexican Restaurant is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
Back at Muscatine Community Stadium, and the Muskies here with a 3rd and 6 from their own 20. 3:06 left. They lead Central 25-20. Eli Gay now in motion. There's Wieskamp. He's going to keep it over the right side. Sam over the right side, close to the first down.
Oh,
and he may have it. It's just over the 25. It's going to depend on the spot. They're spotting him short based on that.
I'm going to measure.
And measurement, and coaches, I know he'll punt this one, 4th on his own 25.
Nice play call there.
I'm saying,
I think he's about half
I'm
a ball
saying
short
by about 4 inches, and I hope I'm wrong.
Nope, you're not. You're right on.
Thank goodness for binoculars. 4th down and inches for the Muskies, just over their own 25-yard line. 2:59 left.
What you need to do, though, is make Central use their last time out.
I'm not sure if I would right now if I was Central if the Muskies, and the Muskies will punt this.
Yeah, and punting it is absolutely the right decision.
And Central will send 2 guys back. Actually, now it's just Moran is back. He's played a heck of a football game. Brady McDaniel on to punt for the Muskies. Clock ticking away as the Muskies will milk as much of this as they can. What a 3rd quarter for the Muskies, 3 touchdowns. They trailed 20-7 at the half. There's the snap. Brady McDaniel steps into it, kicks it off to the right, and it's going to be out of bounds. And we'll see where they spot this.
Right around the 42.
Central still walking. Whoa. 42. Joel, you called that right on. Perfect. First, and here it is, folks. Central gets it, first down on the Muskie 42.
On their own side of the line.
2:34 left. Central with 1 timeout remaining. They have not scored in the second half. The Muskie defense has been outstanding with 2 interceptions and one of those going all the way to the house.
And what could be one of the better plays in high school football this season, and it happened on the 3rd quarter of week 1.
Central ran it really well on the Muskies in the first half. The Muskies have tightened it up here in the second half. Strang back in at tailback. Taylor split to the left, Jones to the right, and Strang gets it straight up the gut. 40, 35, 30, still on his feet inside the 30 to the 26-yard line. And just like that, 16 yards, and it's first down. Central on the Muskies. 26, Tak Portilla on the stop. And Tak Portilla's played a heck of a football game tonight. 2:25 and ticking. Time's not a factor with this field position. Taylor split wide right this time. Moran gives to Leach this time. Up the gut, 20, inside the 20 to about the 18. Gain of 8. 2nd and 2.
This is where if you've got another turnover in your pocket, Muskies, this is where you try to force it. Tackle the football, 2nd man in, strip in the ball.
Jorge Ocampo with 2 interceptions for the Muskies here in the second half.
And two fumble recoveries as well, I believe.
Yes.
For the Muskies.
Muskies showing blitz. Leach over the left side. He's at the 15, 10, and inside the 10 and out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal Central with 1:35 left. Jorge Ocampo on the stop. 1st and goal Blue Devils on the Muskies 6. Muskies lead 25-20, and the clock is running now inside 1:30. There's Moran. He gives a strike. Tug and decent gets into the turf. Good play by TD.
Big time.
And a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and goal now from the 5.
It's a big play from the nose tackle.
Rory Smock checks in as the Muskies go with a little more size up front. Central taking their time now. The clock right at a minute. Time is not a factor. They have a timeout in their pocket. Taylor singled up with Tak Portilla to the right if they want to take a shot there. There's Moran, gives to Strang over the left side to the end zone. The Muskies stop him just short of the goal line. Great defense by the Muskies.
Good team tackling there.
Boy, they were all there, kept him out. He's a tough back to handle. And they stopped him. See where they spot this one. He's down to the 1, 3rd and goal from the 1. 41 seconds left, just outside the 1. Out of bounds, so the clock is stopped. Taylor again, obviously singled up out here on this situation. And I got to believe Strangs, and then we got a timeout Muscatine. And that'll be the Muskies' second time out of the half. Joel, we're going to leave it right here. Okay, Coach. You know, you've got your Central. You know, I'll pick their side of it right now, and you tell me what the Muskies need to do.
Okay.
You know, you've got Strang, who's been tough, so they obviously have to keep everybody in to stack the box. They got their stud receiver out here. Tak Portilla's been fantastic. But you've got a pitch and catch right here with your big 6'4" receiver. Do you just continue on 3rd down? Do you take a shot
here? You
don't do it on 4th, you do it on 3rd.
Yep, you do it on 3rd
right.
when you feel like you got another chance. Single coverage here on the outside, so look for something like that. But 2 of the things that can happen, 2 out of the 3 things that can happen when you throw the ball are bad.
That's right. Was it Woody or Bo or both? They both said
I don't know. That's well before my time.
Wait a minute. You threw Charlie Huff out earlier.
This is true. But he pitched for the White Sox when I was a kid. He was like 50.
Yeah, exactly. He was. All right. The Muskie fans are into it. High school football is back, folks. The Muskies need a stand
But if
here.
you are Takpor, you just got to get in this hip pocket. And
the slant could be there, too. Moran barks out the signals. Strang's going to get it over the left side. He reaches to the end zone. Touchdown. Sam Strang just got in. The Muskies had him tripped up by Thomas, but the ball extended over the goal line.
This is one of those situations where at other levels of football, I think you replay this and it's close. Because as he was leaning down, it looked like his right knee did go down. But, you know, we don't have replay. Thank God we don't have replay at the high school level. but it's we do in the dome now for the tournament, or for the championships, I believe. But
Central goes back on top 26-25, and they'll obviously go for 2 here. What a tough one here for the Muskies. They're going to get the ball back with 1 timeout. Moran gives to Strang. He runs over the right side, gets the 2-point conversion. So Central now goes on top 28-25 with 37.3 seconds to play. We're going to step away for 60. You're listening to Muskie Football on the Muscatine Muskie Sports Network.
Hello, my name is Brad Kistner, owner of Avenue Subs. Avenue Subs has been a local favorite in Muscatine for years, and we're dedicated to bringing you big sandwiches and big smiles. We're community-driven and proud to call Muscatine Go Muskies!
All right, guys, we got some great news. There's a rumor out there there's a huge sales call coming in today.
Good thing Jimmy's not here to steal my thunder again.
A big sale? I wonder who it is. Huh? Did I pack a tuna sandwich this morning?
Why wasn't I in the last commercial?
All right, everyone on the same page?
You guys are not going to believe this. Oh, I got it. Oh. Hello, this is Jim. Can I help you?
Yep. Thank you for the business.
Back at Muscatine Community Stadium, Nate Hummel has it on the tee. Eli Gay and Prince Wee deep for the Muskies. A big return here would be helpful. I look for a squibber. And Hummel with the approach, and he's kicking it away. And it's going to be Prince Wee on his own 8. Prince to the 10, the 15, 20. Wee to the outside, 25, and steps out of bounds over the 30 to the 33 with 30.7 to play. Muskies 1 timeout left. They need to get in field goal range to have a shot to tie.
I once had a similar situation to this when I was coaching at the 8th grade level. And my quarterback was locked in, and he figured out a way, 2 big throws. We went down and we won the game 50-49. That quarterback of that team, Sam Wieskamp, quarterback for the Muskies right now.
Here we go. Let's hope. Deja vu. Sammy Wieskamp.
He's got it in him.
Muskies come out. They've got Draves to the right, Trips left, and Nimbley in the backfield with Wieskamp. Sam back to pass, sets his feet, fires. He's got Eli Gay. They set up a wall of blockers at the 40. There's a block in the back. We got a flag at the 45, and Coach Mueller didn't like that.
It wasn't a good call at all.
As they would have been down inside Blue Devil territory to the 40.
Stop the clock.
And the clock's still running, just got stopped, and they do have to check that out because it's a 20.4. It should have been in the neighborhood of maybe 26.
Yeah, 26-27. Someone in the student section feels like it's 28 seconds.
That's got to be an official's call, though.
Yeah, and they're keeping it on the field.
Yo.
There's one thing I've learned with officiating. I've lost all hope.
All seriousness, though. And
they've done a pretty good job
about
tonight.
it. We kid about it, but folks, the state's got a problem with officials. Shortage.
It's not just Iowa. It's every state has an official.
We're saying all that in jest as we always do, but we want people to officiate, and you can't thank them enough for all the effort they put in. And now they're discussing the flag and the clock, both. Obviously, they're going to call a block in the back or a hold here. The Muskies set that up really nice, so it's holding. Spot foul at the 45, so it'll take it back. And then we have to figure out how much time is left. We just know it's in the 20s somewhere.
Some on the clock here. Now we just got to, hopefully this is a sideline warning.
I'm not sure. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Muskies. And I believe that was on the Muskie bench.
Yep.
So that takes it from the 35 back to the 20, and that makes it doubly hard now as we're all the way back
They
to
put
the
5 seconds back.
21. So they got it at 25 seconds for the time. Muskie's still with a timeout. I'm a little surprised Central's not playing more of a prevent here.
Well, some of that maybe they just haven't put it in yet. Honestly, it's a priority thing.
Nimbley in motion. There's a ball on the ground, fumbled snap. Central recovers, and they're going to take this one over on a turnover by the Muskies. 16 seconds to play, and a valiant comeback by the Muskies is going to fall short tonight. As Central leads 28-25, they're going to take a knee and start the bus and go home with a win. And this is going to sting.
Yep.
For the way the Muskies fought their way back. This one's going to sting for a while, Joel.
Well, and hopefully it doesn't. Like, hopefully it just you have to let it just sting for the rest of the night and into tomorrow. And then Sunday you got to wake up and realize you got to move right on next week's game, which is Cedar Rapids Jefferson. Now, well, one thing you do also have to look at is, yes, this stings, but you have to look at all the things that happened right. There's a lot of things that happened correctly, especially in that third quarter. But there are some things that maybe they hadn't thought about. You know, stopping the run. Run defense is something it's hard to emulate a back like a Strang in practice. Yes. There's not anyone on Muscatine's campus who's built like him. Now, there are going to be backs that we see further down that they see on the schedule moving down. And so it's one of those things where it's a big learning curve. that some of these youngsters have to figure out, and this coaching staff will get them ready. And how does the districts thing work? Do these non-district games count again?
Yes, coaching staff will have tonight. Central now, and Moran gets a snap and takes his knee. And that'll be it. That's the final snap of the game. And we got a final from Muscatine Community Stadium. The Davenport Central Blue Devils 28 and the Muscatine Muskies 25. We're going to step away for 2 minutes, and we will be back with our post-game show. And that is sponsored by Muscatine Power and Water. You're listening to Muskie Football on the Muscatine Muskie Sports Network.
Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is where Muskie fans go before the game. Our Southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
If you're passionate about working in healthcare, we're passionate about helping you make it happen. Health professionals are in demand, offering great pay and rewarding work. We're proud to prepare your path ahead. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
Hello, my name is Brad Kistner, owner of Avenue Subs. Avenue Subs has been a local favorite in Muscatine for years, and we're dedicated to bringing you big sandwiches and big smiles. We're community-driven and proud to call Muscatine our home. On behalf of all the employees at Avenue Subs, go Muskies!
All right, guys, we've got some great news. There's a rumor out there there's a huge sales call coming in today.
Good thing Jimmy's not here to steal my thunder again.
A big sale? I wonder who it is. Huh? Did I pack a tuna sandwich this morning?
Why wasn't I in the last commercial?
All right, everyone on the same page?
You guys are not going to believe this. Oh, I got it. Oh. Hello, this is Jim. Can I help you?
Yep. Thank you for the business.
We are back at Muscatine Community Stadium. Brian Musell, Joe Crossauer here. You're joining us on our post-game show, tonight and all season long, of course, sponsored by the great people at Muscatine Power and Water. And Joel, recapping the scoring tonight, heartbreaking loss for the Muscatine Muskies. The Muskies came out, got the ball first, went 3 and out, punted away. Central from there on took the opening drive 64 yards, and Jaden Leach punched it in from 5 yards out. PAT was good. They led the Muskies 7-zip. The Muskies responded with a drive of their own, 77 yards, capped off by a Sam Wieskamp to Eli Gay 4-yard touchdown pass, and they tied it at 7 with 5:23 left in the first quarter. Central, their second drive of the game, 65 yards, and Jaden Leach, 15-yard run. He had a big first half. PAT good. They led 14-7 with 3:16 left in the first quarter. Neither team scored till late in the second quarter after a Muskie fumble, a turnover, and Sam Strang, who was huge all night in the backfield. They went 27 yards after the turnover, and Strang punched it in from 1 yard out, and Central went into the locker room 20-7. The PAT was blocked by Prince Wee. 3:30 to go in the first half is when they scored that, had that lead into halftime. The Muskie defense and offense came out on fire in the third, shored up their holes in the first half. Reception by first of two by Jorge Ocampo. He picked off a pass, lateraled it unofficially to Tak Portilla, who went 70 yards in that neighborhood, folks. You have to watch a replay, and I was stunned by the lateral that I didn't quite get the yardage exactly right, but it was in that area of about 70 yards and a fabulous run back scored, and the Muskies extra point, no good. They trailed 20-13 with 4:22 to go in the third. Then right away the Muskies got the ball back again, and a 2-play drive, a 1-yard run and a 43-yard touchdown strike from Sam Wieskamp to Zach Hardy, a thing of beauty over the middle of the field, and the Muskies failed again on their PAT, and they still trailed 20-19 with 2:08 left in the third. Muskies weren't done yet. Another interception, Jorge Ocampo, and the Muskies got themselves set up in good field position. Tim Nimley, a 1-play 29-yard drive, and it was all Nimley, powered it right up the gut. Muskies went for 2, didn't get it, and they led 25-20. Their first lead of the night with 1:51 left in the third, all the momentum going their way. And the fourth quarter was just a good old-fashioned slugfest, back and forth, and it was a game of field position. And when Central needed it, the Muskies went for it on fourth down, deep into Central territory in their own 10-yard line. Didn't get it. And Central was 90 yards and chewed up about 9 minutes on the clock. Sam Strang punches it in from 1 yard out with 37 seconds to go. Then he ran in the 2-point conversion. And the final here from Muscatine Community Stadium, Central 28, the Muskies 25. And the Muskies came out on the short end of this one. But, Joel, I think you'll agree, we watched one heck of a high school football game for opening night.
This was a really good football game. It didn't end how we would hoped it ended as Muscatine's local broadcast. But, the one thing about it is there's some really coachable moments. There's some really coachable moments in this game that they're able to look at going forward. One of the things they're going to want to talk about and clean up is, extra points. There are 2 points that were essentially left off the board because of missed extra points. Those happen all of the time. That is not something that's unique to this game. That's a high school football problem throughout the entire country. And so, unfortunately, sometimes it takes a game like this to learn some of those things. But this staff is more than prepared to make these adjustments. And the last thing you want to see these kids do is feel like they didn't do something right, because they did a lot of good stuff tonight. Good turnover margin, really battled back from adversity after a first half where Central controlled the line of scrimmage. Muscatine's got a lot of positive to take away from this, and they have some really good diagnostics to be able to tweak moving forward as they take on Jefferson. And, some of those plays, those positives that we talked about are our play of the game, brought to you by Chicharo's Tequila Bar and Grill, and that's going to go to that lateral interception between Jorge Ocampo and Takpo Artia. Tremendous play there, and Jorge Ocampo, that's his first of his 2 interceptions, which I think garners him our defensive player of the game, brought to you by Eastern Iowa Community Colleges. And then our offensive player of the game, Tim Nimley. He had a great second half, really started to do some damage against those Central Blue Devils. And that offensive player of the game, brought to you by Guadalajara Mexican Restaurant.
What a great night. Great night for Muscatine, Iowa tonight when we're talking about what we brought you. Live video of a high school football game for the student athletes here in Muscatine.
Yep, it's a great thing.
Just excited to be able to offer this. Folks, it's only going to grow and get better and better. We didn't do great tonight. We will do great in the future, I can guarantee you that, because we're working hard to make this the best thing for you, and it's a great opportunity here. And for my partner, Joel Crossart, Chris Anderson and his crew, and the great people listening to us tonight, thank you for tuning in. We'll be live next week again from Kingston Stadium, Cedar Rapids, Jefferson, as the Muskies go up there. Final thoughts, partner?
I like what I see. It's tough to lose a game like this, but this isn't you're not walking away from this going, oh boy, do we not have what we thought we had? No, Muscatine has a good base here. They're going to be fine.
Final score from Muscatine Community Stadium, Davenport Central 28 and the Muscatine Muskies 25. Thanks for listening. I'm Brian Musell, signing off from Muscatine Community Stadium. You've been listening to Muskie Football on the Muscatine Muskie Sports Network.